With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap while DSP is chasing green. We're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machinist, snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy or can't to see if hours making feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a bike pretending they're from bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife while forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't actor as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and awareness in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not light. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jared here. Welcome to DSP Bingo. What is today? Wednesday, the 14th of June 2023. Hope you're all doing well indeed. Hope you're all having a good day. I'm actually joined by a special guest today. Very short notice and impromptu, but I'm always welcome for guests. And I got the formidable TJ GAMEBOX joining me on call today. So how you doing, TJ?
Doing pretty good. And trying to keep an eye on the WWE Champions for Phil. He had a new event called June Birthdays. It was a 24-hour event, spending event, but he didn't reach top 100 yet. So
I was thinking the tips have not been great for him lately. Super Chat's been fucking fantastic for him lately, but not the tips. The tips have been pretty poor, so that's not surprising me that he's not really been making much fucking strides when it comes to WWE Champions spending, because I mean, the last 4 streams, he's not even hit a hat goal.
No, it's been the drizzling shits for tipping for him recently. I'm not sure exactly what's causing it, but I think it's just I think that some of it might just be actual burnout from Zelda. Dude, I can't freaking watch Zelda streams. I fall asleep immediately watching them.
It's pretty painful. It's clear that he's not enjoying himself playing them. He pretends he fucking likes it. He pretends he's having a good time. But it's clear as day that what happens with the fucking ridicule he got on TikTok for that shit before, it still gets to him, it still fucking rubs him the wrong way. You know, so he's desperate to fucking just be rid of the fucking game, I think, you know, just to get done with the fucking playthrough.
Yeah, that and Street Fighter, he's gonna get his Jax Raxi tip on Friday, so obviously when the new event starts, he's gonna get some kind of top 100. There's a correlation always between Fridays, him getting the big tip, and that whenever that was happening.
Well, I guess I'll wait and see, I guess, you know, but he could be right, it wouldn't surprise me. But,
yeah.
Okay, so anyway, let's just so Phil's online, as you can see, he's going to use the restroom and then he's going to start the show apparently. So let's just get the bingo game all set up. Let's spin the wheel and determine today's bingo card criteria.
Ooh, it's my favorite part.
It's ugly wee fucking face spinning round and round. And it's going to land on Here's the Thing.
Oh, he's not been doing that too much recently.
It said it yesterday. I remember it wasn't in the card yesterday, but it definitely said yesterday. So,
okay.
Oh, I've not actually updated the list here. Hold on, I forgot to do this. So give me a second here. I actually have to put in the normal list. There's a default list that was under the centre square today. Centre square, PayPal. I have a feeling that Phil will specifically mention PayPal and try and tell his audience that, you know, that it's all good and ready and normal again. So
that's a guarantee right there.
Yeah. So hate to say. Hang on, was that what bingo was? No, here's the thing. Sorry, I got it wrong. Here's the thing. Is what was the card trick? So I need a number. Instead of asking chat, I'm going to ask you, TJ. Any number between 1 and 200.
1 and 200. Let's go 69.
Okay, good choice indeed.
Yeah.
Prophet would be proud of you.
It's actually me and my girlfriend's anniversary, so that's when we.
Oh, nice.
That's why you should pick it. Yeah, good way to
Nice.
remember.
That was quite
So,
sweet. Well, you turned the 69 into a sweet thing. Fucking bless you. But there you go. So, the card on the right hand side is a card we have for today's bingo fun and games. We've got Phil to say detractor or trolls, tips, him explaining something, him saying business, and him flailing his arms. Then you got Phil messing with his phone, him saying good news, likes, new games, and oh. The third row is Phil saying here's the thing, shocked, PayPal, him giving the good old turbo nose, and him saying by the way.
Is Turbo knows him going when he goes to full screen? No, 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 and then he does that stupid thing. It's like, well, what if we do this? No. Like,
I would.
Is that it?
See, usually it's just him going, no. He did it yesterday, to be fair, as well. But I think I would actually count that as well. Just for the hell of it, you know. It's like some kind of dead-headed version of Turbo Nose. No, like fucking Daniel Bryan style or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I might count that just because, you know, it's Phil. But Turbo Nose is usually just when Phil fucking tries to fucking... As I said, it done it yesterday. If I can just dropped it randomly, like, no. Try to fucking justify or explain something. So the fourth row is Phil saying support, thus, him being all defence mode, him clearing his throat, and him saying literally. But defence mode, we're all used to fucking Phil being in defence mode, where he tries to justify, you know, something, essentially. Like, I can't...
Oh, like his try-hard rants the other day.
Exactly. Defence mode, yeah, exactly. So that's basically defence mode. And the fifth and final row is Phil saying now, him showing some YouTuber jealousy, him doing the good old prayer hands to the word of the chat, to the camera, him smacking his lips, and finally, our favourite bingo word out there, him saying the word meaningful. This meaningful content creator and all that crap. So there you go. So I'm going to save the card right now before I forget to save it. Thank you very much, TJ, for helping me pick the card.
Not a problem. PayPal's an easy one. That's going to be the middle square, obviously. Friggin'. Yeah, because we timed that yesterday. It was like around like an hour and a half after normally when when Minuteman tips, he tipped.
Yeah, it's a good spot for sure, you know what I mean? It's quite interesting to see. Apparently all those issues have been fixed now, and I feel like Phil will be very eager to point that out to his audience. The by the way, guys, the PayPal issues are fine, so as soon as you tip, I will know as soon as you tip. And I will reach out as soon as you fuck off. He's going to be eager as hell to drop that information to his dead-headed audience to try and encourage more support. Especially since it was so slow yesterday. Because that was a really fucking slow night stream he had. I mean, look at it again. He had $13 in night stream. 13.
That's only like 4 pulls. I don't know. Like that's not gonna cut it.
It's not very good at all. Yeah.
Was that one of his like worst stream? That's the worst stream of the month, at least, right?
It could be. I mean, let's have a quick check here. I'm just setting up the bingo as well, but let me look at a tracker. Yeah. The worst ones he's had recently were 27, 30, 29, 21, 19. It's the worst one he's had since he had a tier maker stream on the 8th of May, and he got $10 for it. So the 8th of May, he got $10 for a tier maker. Jasper,
I think he was fine with that though, because I think that was like the morning he got like $200-300 or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, Phil's starting the stream now, it looks like. I'm going to just actually pause his stream right now before it fucking properly starts, because I'm not finished setting up. But here we go. So I'm just setting up the card and just setting up all the things for it. Cool. So apparently Jasper's going crazy in the hallway. Fucking hooray for that. Great update, Phil. So anyway.
Just trying to find a litter box.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like, where I'm meant to shit? You still haven't told me. Fuck me, man.
Damn, do I have to poop for you?
Yeah. Fuck me, man. But yeah, as you guys can see, Phil's up to start the stream right now. He's got his little fucking little pre-bumper roll thing go to play. So the card's all set up. You guys can see the cards. Quick thing for people that are new to the bingo, first of all. 25 snorts before Phil starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, free space. 10 burps before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube is also a free space. If Phil gets 100 likes before he starts recording for gameplay, that's a free space. And if we get 100 likes on this very stream as well, before I finish bingo, not only is it a free space as well, but we also play the Bubbles animation that picks up animations so very kindly made for us all to enjoy. And if we get 25 out of 25 on the card, one of you guys can potentially win a prize. How do you make sure you're eligible for the prize? then in the link of this live stream, there is a community post that I have in there in the description of this live stream. You make sure you just comment on that community post, and your name will be included. TG done it recently. His name's included. So make sure you do what he did, and make sure you just comment on it to be eligible to win with a chance of winning a prize. Almost 200 of you guys have done it so far. Almost 200. Crazy numbers. So great fucking response to it, and I'm glad that people are doing it. And just to try and make sure that it keeps the regulars in with a better chance of winning when I spin the wheel. So with all that being said, I'm ready to start the show. So yeah, remember guys, tag me in chat in case I miss anything in the card. I don't try and miss things in the card. I just do sometimes because I'm a stupid bastard. Nothing I can do. Bugged bingo mechanics and all that jazz. But with that being said, let's start the bingo and see how annoying Phil's going to be today. Hopefully we'll get a full house before Phil's day off.
You think he's gonna do a prelude first? You know, like hey guys, great. We can talk about Street Fighter and our terrible Zelda stream.
I'm wondering. That's why I paused it there to see. You might do it.
Hello everyone, It's the end of my streaming week, and there's a lot to talk about, including a big recap on how things went in Street Fighter 6 this week, a preview of next week, discussing all the content that actually came out on my various channels, and a lot more in just a sec.
You know, I'm going to count that as a fucking arm flail. Straight away, straight off the fucking bat. I'm counting arm flail. Just
he's gonna have he's gonna be a little mad because his stupid pinky thingy, the ghost, is not turned on.
Oh, did I forget to turn the ghost on? Yeah, if I can forget to turn it on. What a dumb bastard. And we can skip the fucking intro. Here we go. Fantastic stuff. So, anyway, we're one off the fucking board already. So, I don't think I missed anything else. I'm just looking at a card in case I missed anything else. He pointed at the camera, but that's not on the card today. And I said content, which is not on the card today. That's okay, cool. I think we're good to go.
Oh, first day off isn't on there either. The day before his day off.
And that's not on there either now, so we should be good. We're good to go. 1 down, 24 to go.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the show. Of course, I'm Phil, and this is the Level 1 podcast.
He remembered. He turned on the ghost in between. Look at the fucking thing. And I wonder if he'll mention it. I wonder if he'll fucking mention it to his fucking audience. Let's see.
What a week. What a long week. This was a 7-day streaming week for me. Lots of content, lots of coverage of the hot new releases, obviously. I hope that you guys enjoy.
I'm counting new releases as new games. New releases, new games, same thing. So I'm taking new games as well. New releases, new games, it's the same thing.
Enjoyed everything that happened this week, starting with a live react event, the Summer Game Fest back on Thursday. Of course, all of the awesome Street Fighter 6 gameplay that I've done over the course of the week, including the premiere of World Tour Mode, plus a bunch of new characters, the continuations of Diablo, as well as Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, react content. I mean, there's been a lot going on. And it's been crazy busy for a June. I mean, June is never this busy. Let's be honest. June is usually one of the slowest months of the year for game releases, and this year it's been the polar opposite, actually making it challenging for me to cover everything for you guys because I'm trying to juggle new releases while I'm also covering all this game news, and it's been...
I'm just gonna say this is both defense mode and pigsplaining. Yeah, it's definitely fucking both in my opinion.
Daunting, all right? It has absolutely been a daunting task to do so. But now it looks like we're going to fall back into a regular rhythm. There's really nothing crazy or out of the ordinary going on between now and, you know, the next several gaming weeks. And so I'll be able to focus in on the stuff I'm playing for the next week. Then, of course, we'll have Final Fantasy 16 coming out. And then for the foreseeable future, we're going to have a rotation of new release games that I'll be playing. So thanks. And I want to say thank you to everyone. You guys have been absolutely awesome so far in, you know, your interest in all that I've been doing. Your support of everything that I've been doing. It's been absolutely great. I really have no complaints at all. Everything's been drama-free as well, which is always excellent. You know, when there's all this nonsensical white noise going on.
You mean the fucking nonsensical white noise that you fucking bring up in your podcast on a daily fucking basis and then tell everyone else to fucking ignore? That white noise that you can't help but fucking bring up and address? It's every fucking time it fucking fail. Anytime someone fucking brings up, oh, someone fucking talk about me, someone's making fun of me on the internet, I better fucking address it. He never learns.
It's good
Yeah,
to be
he's
able
always
to
like,
focus-
I won't talk about the haters. Don't talk about the haters. We won't talk about the haters and everything. And then just like legit 3 seconds later, but
And he spends 20
Just-
fucking minutes talking about the fucking haters and all the fucking mean things I said about him on the fucking internet. Big fucking deal, Phil. Get the fuck on with it. Drama free. You wish.
in on the important things. The gameplay, the interactions with you guys, having fun on a daily basis, and getting rid of all that outside crap, right? Only focusing on us, and that's a good thing. So, thank you all for being here today for the show. What I would like to do today is basically kind of go through everything we did this week and give you a cumulative update on Street Fighter 6, because now I've played with 9 characters in the game. That is right, half the cast. And having played with half the cast, I want to give you an update on who clicked with me and who didn't. And we're going to have a little bit of an update, because if you remember, we were talking yesterday about the future of my covering the game and what exactly I should do. And I think that we've kind of come to a little bit of a consensus here. On one front, we're probably going to slow down. On another front, we're going to hone in a little more to try to make my coverage of Street Fighter 6 a little bit better. All right. So that's excellent. I'd also like to do a little bit of an update on what's going on with all my other playthroughs. And also give you an update on DSP Reacts. This was actually a busy week for DSP Reacts, because it had a live react, it had 2 recap reactions videos, the usual DSP versus the internet show, and then I actually released a new YouTube short this morning. Are you guys even aware of that? That's right, there's a new short over on DSP Reacts.
No, I had no idea, because nobody fucking cares. You fucking stopped caring about YouTube shorts as soon as you fucking saw that you weren't going to get that much fucking traction for it. So, yeah, that fucking died a fucking death when you saw you could not fucking get thousands of fucking extra fucking viewers from your shitey fucking YouTube shorts.
And I hope you guys have checked out the channel this week. I realized that a lot of people who initially were interested in the channel said, nah, well, I see what it is, but I'm not going to check it out too often. Well, there was
You
a
wanna
ton
know
this
what a
week,
short
ton
is?
Of meaningful.
Oh, if you went to...
It's-
what is it?
it's him reacting to the Wendy's chili.
Big.
And it's-
Let me guess. A whole bunch of scat humor.
It's the one that he did previously, like it's like him reacting to older stuff. I think it was that one that whatever his name sent. I forget his name.
Hang on.
One of his chat regulars. It's I got the link if you want to.
I got it here. I got it here. DSP tries it. Classics. Wendy's chili. Gross.
Gross.
Jesus Christ. I'm just looking at this fucking channel here with fucking his previous shorts. They don't really get much traction whatsoever. Like 1.4K.
In here, is this Sounds of Blue one on there?
The meat in Wendy's chili is the fucked up hamburger.
Oh, I actually call it out in this
The burger,
video.
they
There you
overcook it,
go.
Or they smash it into a million pieces, or it's too greasy. This is the meat they use for the chili. So just imagine.
That is
just imagine
disgusting.
how healthy that could possibly be for you, or what that tastes like. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna take one before I even start the salad. I'm gonna get a spoon. I'm gonna take a tiny
Oh my
teaspoon.
god. I eat
A
it.
little tiny bit. I have to taste it. I have to taste this chili. Oh god. And at least.
Oh,
So give me
look how
1 second here.
disgusting that
A little
is.
spoonful. I'm gonna get over the sink just in case.
No.
I place after I eat this.
Oh.
Who eats over a fucking sink?
That's awful. The meat is completely flavorless. All I could really taste was a little bit of tomato. And
I'm sorry, but unless you
Oh,
bleach the sink
man.
every day, that sink is so fucking disgusting.
What a shitey fucking short. Fucking hell, man. Garbage fucking content right fucking there. That no one fucking cares. No one didn't fucking need to fucking see that shit. It doesn't. No one needs to fucking be reminded of how fucking bad your fucking diet used to fucking be, Phil, when you ate that fucking shit on a regular fucking basis. What a shitey fucking short. Meaningful content. That's Phil's meaningful content, everyone.
Interesting content this week that I hope you'll check out. And now moving forward, there's going to be some more stuff, more variety stuff over there in the next couple of weeks as well. Of course, we'll talk about that. All right. I think we should start at the beginning, shall we? First of all, I do have an update, and it seems to be a positive one. After 2 days of my PayPal account being screwed up with...
There's PayPal. I told you.
Hey.
He's going to be desperate to fucking tell his audience, by the way, my notifications are back to normal. He's going to be real desperate to fucking make sure his fans are aware. As soon as you tip him, he will know and he will give you your precious shoutouts.
With its notifications, I think as of this morning, it seems to be working because someone tipped me within the last 5 to 10 minutes and I got a notification for it.
Big pop, Phil.
So that's good. If you don't know what I'm talking about, what happens is when someone sends a tip on stream, I'm supposed to get a notification so that I can shout it out, play an animation, say thank you. But the
Thanks for the pig
notifications were
splain.
delayed 12 plus hours. So I wasn't getting any notifications, and there were some streams where I thought, oh, I guess it's just a really bad support stream. What are you going to do? And then people are like, no, we're supporting. Why aren't you shouting out stuff? I'm like, what? And then I go manually check. I'm like, oh, crap, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. But it looks like it's working again this morning. At least I guess we'll see as the stream continues and if anyone contributes via tipping. That should allow us to see if it's working or not. I think it is, though, from what I can see. It does appear like it is functional, which is obviously a good thing to actually be functional, right? Actually, funny thing.
Guys, it's a good thing to be functional,
my
guys.
laptop...
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, he's going to top his laptop now. He's going to top his laptop updating now. Fantastic. Okay, Phil, regale us with how fucking horrible your day's been so far because your laptop forced an update.
Functional, right? Actually, funny thing. So my laptop, which is relatively new, my laptop is just under 2 years old now. Forced a Windows update overnight on me. I didn't set it up to do it. It just decided to do it. And when it did the Windows update, it changed everything. Like all of my windows that I had open and set up to do my streams were all completely closed, and I had to start over from scratch setting it up this morning. So that's why actually the stream started a few minutes late, because I was like, ah, crap, scrambling to get everything ready on my laptop. But looks like it's working fine. Yes, Arkham. I will say, Arkham, thank you, because Arkham is the person who's actually been making YouTube shorts for DSP Reacts. So any shorts you've seen over there, is usually Arkham is making them.
Why am I not surprised that someone else is fucking responsible for fucking making this garbage content? Of course it's not going to be fucking Phil putting in the fucking effort to make these shitey fucking shorts.
Wait,
Someone else is doing all the work.
You expect Phil to make his own shorts? You expect Phil, you know, legacy, 15-year legacy, to make his own shorts? No.
Of course, you would hope that he'd be paying his editors though, right?
Oh, paying, that's another thing. Oh, jeez.
If the shorts aren't good, it's the editor's fault as well. Fuck me, man.
And this new one is, get this, my original DSP tries it from over a decade ago, where I tried Wendy's chili, which of course has taken on a new life because of another streamer, let's put it that way. But then it's my reacting to...
Thank you very much, Steve from Latvia, for super chat. It says, "Thank you, you worthless humans, for the money." Phil Snort Burnell. Pretty fucking much, yeah. It's just unbelievable. Lil Shadow EX is freaking out. It says, "Are you telling me this motherfucker doesn't turn off his laptop either? He is running it 24/7. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Phil never turns off his equipment. He likes to fucking leave it on in a preset way, so it's all ready for him the next day. He doesn't like changing things. He doesn't like messing with things. He doesn't like turning things off. He wants that shit to keep running all the fucking time. So it's just, ready to fucking go, essentially. So, yeah, that's Phil. That's classic fucking DSP for you.
I'm willing to bet that Wii U is still turned on. I'm willing to bet that Wii U that he has sitting in the corner still over there is turned on.
It's quite fucking possible. He just doesn't fucking want to turn things off for some reason. It's bizarre. But, John Lavos is trying to ask you about WWE Champions, and we don't know. Because Phil's not in the top 100, we don't know for sure how much Phil has spent. But it's not his typical kind of wailing because he hasn't been getting a lot of tips lately. I think that's the correct way to say that, yeah.
Yeah, and overall, I'm like a very educated guess would be 130K in WWE Champions since he started playing the game. If that was the question too, because I think he's his total DP's tallying and so far.
Oh, total DSP. I thought I meant like this WWE Champions event, but yeah, he said WWE Champion. So you think it's over $150,000 overall so far?
Yeah, 40K from the 40K from the bank from the VIP, like 60K from like the bank leagues, and then 30K from in between.
That is a life-changing amount of money. That is
It's another condo.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it's a fucking, you can buy your own fucking home for that. And he's fucking spending it in fucking 6-star Hogan. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. Jesus Christ.
Prophecies, so 1 year salary fresh. Yeah, just about. Like, some people 2 years. Some people that's a 2 year, 3 year salary.
Fuck, that's fucking better than my fucking salary, I'll tell you that. Bunch of you rich motherfuckers there.
Yeah. Alright.
New life because of another streamer, just put it that way. But then it's my reacting to my DSP Tries It from a retrospective event that I also did several years ago. So it's first the original, but it's me over it, reacting to it. So it's like Philception. Alright, that's the short. And yes, it's absolutely disgusting. Wendy's chili is gross as shit. So that's live on DSP Reacts right now. I guess here's what we'll do. Let's talk about DSP Reacts first. Let's get this out of the way. So one new content came out on DSP Reacts this week, and how did it do? Let's talk about that. By the way, oh my god, today is Wednesday, the 14th of June, 2023. Oops. Should probably mention what day today is. And today is my last consecutive streaming day of the week. After this very lengthy 7-day streaming week, it's good for us to sit back and recap and reminisce a little bit about everything that just happened. All right. So here's what happened on DSP Reacts this week. On Thursday was Summer Game Fest 2023. So I did a live react.
Thank you very much, Black Mage, for a super chat. Says, tip me, I gotta pay bills. You know, it's funny if I can say that, because Phil is kind of alluding to that. Phil has got about $500 in super chats within the last few days, which is an incredible amount of fucking support to receive, by the way. But because it's not tips, he's not that happy. Like, no kidding, like, he has made it clear that, you know, as helpful as that'll be next month for him, he wants it fucking, he needs that fucking immediate financial gratification. Especially for his big day off tomorrow. So...
yeah, so, I recognize Black Mage's name. He's the one that tipped Perry Caravel to put a piece of bread in his microwave and start a microwave fire.
Well, Black Mage sabotaged someone into setting fire to a microwave?
Yeah. Do you know Perry Caravel?
I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a bet that he would like microwave a piece of bread for 6 minutes, and it caught on fire. Oh,
Jesus Christ, man, that's evil. That is evil of a Black Mage, but also funny. So big ups to Black Mage.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to Corey Bally for the super chat, who says, let's go, old friend. Thank you very much, Corey Bally, indeed. Yeah, we're doing quite well so far. It's a very strong start to the card. We're barely still in the schedule. He's not even probably going into the schedule yet. And we've got all this green on the screen already. So, very positive, optimistic start. Of course, it's all thanks to TJ for picking the card.
A little bit about everything that just happened. All right. So here's what happened on DSP Reacts this week. On Thursday was Summer Game Fest 2023. So I did a live react that took about 2 hours. And then I did a recap reactions video that was about 35-40 minutes. The live react was the raw show with me reacting over it, while the recap reactions video was my summarized thoughts on the show with more in-depth opinions about each thing, because I had time to talk about them rather than me trying to talk as the show was progressing. Problem was, after doing that live react, it was blocked on YouTube for over 12 hours because it had a clip of the Twisted Metal TV show in it. By the way, the clip of the Twisted Metal TV show looked absolutely god-awful, so I feel bad for the people who are involved in it, but what a dumb reason for that to block my video. So I had to edit out the Twisted Metal footage for my video to show up. By the time it had showed up, a lot of people had already gone on and watched other, versions of this react, so it screwed me over. I probably would have had way more views on that video if it didn't get blocked for over 12 hours.
Is that YouTuber jealousy? It's almost YouTuber jealousy. It's almost, but he hasn't specifically mentioned anyone. He's a bit annoyed that other people would have got, the views ahead of him. But It's borderline. It feels borderline.
But if he, used logic and understanding, he would know that don't have that in your stream, because obviously it's going to get copyrighted. But of course it's film.
I'm gonna take it. I'm taking your George. I'll say fuck it. He's jealous that fucking other people fucking saw the stream and like the recaps elsewhere because their content wasn't blocked, but his was.
But what can I do? That's the YouTube system, and it's really stupid. Okay. So that being said,
That being said,
was released on Thursday. Okay. Performance-wise, it's done pretty good. The live react has topped over 2,000 views. Likely, if it didn't get blocked for 12 hours, it probably would have had another 1,000 views on there. The recap reactions is just under 1,500 views, so each one did well. Here's the difference, though. I can't monetize the live react because everything in that video gets claimed. However, I was able to monetize the recap reactions video, so it's good that at least out of all that work I did that day, I was actually able to monetize something, right? Then there was my usual.
Didn't he complain and say that he only gets pennies for his monetization, so it doesn't matter anyway?
Yeah, he fucking claimed it's like the least of his fucking focus essentially. He gets more in streaming tips, not shit. Thank you very much to Black Mage. Super Chat says, I also got Perry to put a wolf puppet in his microwave. It also caught fire. So, the legend of Black Mage fucking continues to grow. Fucking turning Perry Carvalho into a fucking arsonist. Holy fucking shit. But, yeah, Phil has stated several times in the past that ad revenue is minuscule for him, and his main focus is things on, streaming to get support that way, and also Patreon as well, not shit, Ad revenues are partly bare bones, bare minimum, it's like a few dollars or something. I'm not sure what 1,500 views on DSP Reacts would get him for ad revenue. I don't think it'd be anything substantial. These days anyway. I couldn't even give you a fucking ballpark estimate. I would imagine it's maybe a couple of dollars. So, but I have no idea though. I don't know. I don't monetize my content, so I can't even fucking compare it with my own, shit. So I don't know.
Actually able to monetize something, right?
Thank you very much to Prophet for the super chat. It says, but can Perry handle his weed? Prophet, stop bullying Black Mage over his fucking ability to handle certain amounts of weed. Every time I've hit fail, Prophet fucking comes swaggering with his fucking big bald head and fucking bragging that he can take and handle so much more, weed than Black Mage can. It's each to their own.
Wow.
Each to their own.
I switched to CBD a long time ago.
Jesus, man. I assume you're aware of Prophet and Black Mage's kind of little back and forth.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. Prophet loves to fucking brag.
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much to Cody Taylor for a super chat. It says 204,000 subscribers and he brags about 3,000 possible views. Yep, this is Phil Burnell. Right now, he has over 300 people watching him right now in the stream. This is the reality for DSP. This is the reality.
And how many are bots? How many are actual people? And how many are detractors?
I mean, one of those viewers are me. I'm using Phil's stream to fucking play bingo, and how many other people, Dark Days Mirror, we're fucking watching Phil to get a fucking their stream. So how many people are detractors? How many people are just fucking there for the sake of it? How many, as you said, are bots? Detractors in general, especially people like, Piece of Peace, for example. Piece of Peace, the numbers he brings on a night stream. The night streams are usually boring as all hell, but Piece of Peace can bring in easily 500, 600, 700 people and still fucking make Phil tolerable and bearable on a night stream. Of course, it's also fun to fucking launch a nuke, when it gets to fucking Big 1-0.
Or when he just singles out the dent tractors and dents and everything.
Exactly, or plays the wheelchair march. It's a great fucking thing in Piece of stream, it really is. Yeah, it's crazy that Phil. The tractor channels are just, technically far smaller than him. But at the end of the fucking day, though, they're more popular overall. I mean, I don't know my own fucking metrics, but I imagine I'm not too fucking far off 300 people. I imagine maybe a couple hundred, maybe, I don't know. I can't see him on metrics, I'm not sure, but it's created at Phil, the size of Phil's channel, and he struggled to fucking get more than, like, if he gets over 1,000, he will freak out and go, oh my god, it's amazing. I've not had 1,000 viewers in a long time, wow.
What? When you have like streamers that are like 50K subs and they're just showing off new shoes that they got and they get freaking millions of views.
Jesus, man, it's crazy.
Millions of views. That relates because, you know, Phil tries to play the newest games right away. The other person gets the newest shoes right away and wants to show it off. It's the same exact thing. So that's why I'm relating it to that. I don't know.
Never change, Phil. Never change. This is why he's a lol cow.
Video gets claimed. However, I was able to monetize the rehab reactions video. So it's good that at least out of all that work I did that day, I was actually able to monetize something, right? Then there was my usual DSP versus the internet live react show where I react to clips from members that submit them. That was Saturday. We did a different version of the show this week where basically I did a random order playlist. It worked smoothly. We didn't have any technical issues, which was great. The consensus seems to be that that's the way I should do the show moving forward, that there's more incentive to become a member now because it's random select. You have a better chance to get your video watched on the show. You're equal chance as every other member. When it was first come, first serve, it wasn't like that. It was like people rushing to get their video watched, and it was a big competition. Now it's more even. However, it was kind of weird because guess what? For the first time ever, we actually watched every clip on the show. We didn't have too many clips. We had just enough to last the entirety of the show. So in reality, the whole random order thing didn't matter that much because we would have gotten to every clip regardless. Now, as we move forward, I'm sure more people who want, you know, to get clips watched will become members of the channel, and then we're going to get more clips submitted. So we'll see how it goes next week on Saturday. Okay. So those clips have been uploading all week long. And today, actually this morning, was the final clip of the 6. There's always 6 parts to that show, and each part's about 30 minutes long. So all that is live on that channel. And then today, well, last night, I should say, I filmed.
DSP's
my
really
recap
shooting himself in the
reactions
foot by releasing 6 parts. He should just release them all right away so people can just watch it. Or, you know, just keep the live stream live. Just keep it, because obviously you switch over. There's that, like, what, 15 minutes of layover, and that's it?
So I need to educate you, so for people who are members of his DSP React channel, they have access to the live stream from the show. So they can watch the live stream. If they're a member of DSP Reacts, they can actually watch that, you know, live stream, but only for a member.
Oh.
Which is actually, it's a kind of a smart thing for Phil to do. It would actually encourage maybe some people to become members.
Okay, I give him credit for that, but the other issue is there are other restreamers. Like there's another Raw DSP that's not Raw DSP, Raw Phil, that also broadcasts it. You got Dark Dave Mirror, you got any restreamer.
Exactly, yeah. Decepticon.
Yes, it's Decepticon.
You know, he fucking goes through hell every Saturday. But it's funny though. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, on one hand though, I can kind of see the sense of, you know, of like staggering your uploads. You want to make sure you got something new every day. Technically speaking, it is a smart way to do it. You think you should upload everything straight away, but I would actually disagree. I would disagree with that personally. It means there's more fucking variety. There's more. You know, Phil's channel overall, I think, would benefit more from doing that sort of thing on DSP Gaming as well. If he if he kind of try and, I don't know, he is. Phil would technically have far more time to himself to kind of plan his life better if he staggered uploads across all his content, all his channels. But because he's so dependent on live streaming support, he can't do that.
The other thing I want to point out is that there's a lot of people that just leave their live streams out, or they'll just keep a raw stream out there, because there are people that want to go to bed and want to listen to a 10-hour live stream of a game going on, even if it's a part 1, part 2. If you go ahead and you do it by 1-hour parts, 30-minute parts, 40-minute parts, YouTube doesn't like to stay on track with the playlist when you fall asleep. So suddenly you go from watching, like, say you were like a DSP fan, suddenly you're going ahead and you're watching something kind of related to it, but not it. And then suddenly you're just in the, you know, the YouTube black hole of YouTube videos instead of staying with the staying with listening to DSP. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something's that can happen. You just go off like random tangents. Yeah.
Playlist, even if you try to listen to a playlist, like it doesn't really work in the end.
Personally, I think it's for the DSP Reacts channel. Like it's I'm all for it. I'm not fucking. It's like the content he's making is shite, but I think it's better than mass uploading everything at once at the fucking same time. It's better to fucking stagger uploads off, and also if you become a member, you can fucking see the live stream anyway. But those kind of benefits, if Phil applied that same logic to DSP gaming, technically I would have far more free time for himself if he staggered uploads over several different fucking days. But the problem with that is then he would stream less. And he simply cannot afford that because of his ridiculous spending habits.
Yeah, so I do agree with you with the DSP Reacts. I think he should do it for his regular Steam gameplays, though. And I know the reason why. And the reason why is he can go ahead and beg for money in between each part. He'd be like, "Oh, guys, I only got like 50 likes. I only got 50 likes. I need 50 more likes. Then we did the bubbles, and I only got $2 in tips. So please step it up."
It's just crazy, man.
And then, yeah. All right, let's get back on track.
Xbox, Starfield, Ubisoft Forward, and the Capcom Showcase, all of which released Sunday and Monday digitally on the internet. So basically, I summarized 4 different shows. If you had watched all those Raw shows, you would have spent upwards of 4+ hours watching them. But instead of you wasting your time doing that, because there's a lot of filler and fluff, I talk about it in a summarized fashion.
Well, you literally fucking stream like 8 hours a day. You're fucking saying that these other fucking shows are all like, oh, you're wasting your fucking time watching their fucking streams because some of it's all fucking filler and all that shit. You stream every day, twice a day, for about 8 hours overall. And you're saying their stuff is fucking filler and fucking fluff and not fill. Do you not realise what your own content is like? Do you honestly think every single fucking minute of those 8 hours per day roughly you're streaming every single fucking day is mainly fucking just useless? There's rare gold dust in the 8 hours per day that Phil streams. You can probably isolate maybe 10 minutes of that, if you're lucky, as worthwhile content. 10 minutes of worthwhile content from 8 full hours of streaming per day.
Just watch Aqua Teal.
Pretty much, or Snort Hogan, or Hate Army, or Doody, or whoever your cup of tea is exactly, for clipping the relevant fucking things that are worth clipping. It's fucking crazy. Him fucking bitching and whining about other fucking people wasting your time with their fucking streams. Does he not realise who the fuck he is?
In this recap reactions video that lasts about 35 minutes long. So that went live last night, already overnight, decent viewership on it. I think people are enjoying it, but they didn't really know that I released it. You wanna know why? Because I somehow managed to misname it. I had the whole thing set up properly, named properly, but I wanted to add it to my playlist of videos that are like react videos like that. And when I added it to the playlist, I clicked on save same settings, and it named it exactly the same as my Summer Game Fest recap reactions video from Thursday. So overnight, I had 2 videos that had the same name. So no one really knew that this video existed. I'm like, oh no, I goofed. I did it. I'm getting old. I'm making silly mistakes. And so if you didn't know it's live, all right? It's been live for over 12 hours. I hope you'll give it a look. It has like 500 views now, but if it's anything like the video from Thursday, it'll probably have over 1,000 by the time it's done. Please give it a look. I put a lot of work into it, obviously, and I hope that you enjoy it. Please, by all means, with these videos covering these game shows, please leave comments. I want to know. Do you think that these games look good or bad?
Thank you very much, Paul J. Bradford Jr. for a super chat, who says, I wouldn't recommend sleeping to DSP. Yeah, that sounds like a fucking bad way to sleep. Thank you very much to Prophet as well for saying don't drink and upload.
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah, I mean, that's Phil's own fucking fault for fucking, assuming he should really know how to work YouTube by now. So if somebody that relies on YouTube for a livelihood. It's amazing how fucking ignorant he is about the platform he is on a daily basis, that he relies on a daily basis for his financial support and everything. He doesn't bother to try and learn things, he doesn't try and bother to look up things, doesn't bother to fucking see what this does. All these features that he fucking ignores. This is his livelihood.
Or just double check his shit.
Exactly.
Just take one quick look.
He's fucking,
Like, that's, that measure twice, cut once,
He's blaming his fucking age for fucking goofing up. No, you're just fucking dumb as fuck. You're lazy as fuck. And you're not even gonna bother to fucking do any fucking due diligence to fucking look into your fucking craft as per fucking usual. That's not an age thing. That's just a DSP thing, being a lazy bastard.
Well, this is the same guy who had his phone open and with WWE Champions to do a freaking video that he uploaded. Not a live stream, he uploaded.
July 24, daily crap. I've got that embedded in my memory. That date's fucking, they're going to live long in the tract of folklore. Bless 2KJ for exposing Phil's WWE Champions spending habits.
Please, by all means, with these videos covering these game shows, please leave comments. I want to know. Do you think that these games look good or bad? Do you agree with my takes on them? Do you have a different take? What's your most anticipated game out of these shows? I want your opinions. That discourse is an important part of a React channel. So please, by all means, leave comments and let me know what you think. If your comment doesn't show up right away, it's because I have to manually approve them. But several times a day, I check those comments and approve them. I'll get them up there for you. Okay? And then this morning, I released the Wendy's Chili Short over on DSP React. So that's a lot of content for the channel, right? Usually all I put up there is the DSP versus the Internet show, and we had lots of extra content this week, which is great. I hope that everyone on that channel enjoyed it. Perhaps if you're enjoying the content on the channel, you would consider contributing by becoming a member, or maybe a tip or a super thanks on a video. That'd be very nice. That's how I get my revenue stream. I really don't make money on ads on that channel. Everything there ends up getting claimed. So
and why the fuck are you making a big fucking deal about fucking making money off 1,500 fucking views for some sort of DSP recap React crap?
And quite frankly, those people
and it's been mentioned multiple times that YouTubers don't make money off of ad revenue. You make it off of sponsorships.
Jesus.
Get a sponsorship, Phil. I want to see an application for him to try to get a sponsorship from like Ridge Wallet. I want to read that.
Oh God, fucking hell, man! Like, fucking, what do you call it? Fucking display.
Exactly.
Display, actually, technically speaking, display would be a good sponsorship for Phil because he does have artwork that would fucking be good to, he would actually fucking benefit from that kind of fucking sponsorship.
Don't be like me. Don't be like me and take a t-shirt and put it over a fucking painting.
Jesus, man. Yeah.
Anything else would be appreciated, okay? This coming week, there's going to be DSP versus the Internet again on Saturday. Outside of that, I'm going to release at least one review, maybe two. It depends on time. But I think this week, over the course of this week, I want to watch Avatar: The Way of Water, which was just released.
I actually watched that myself recently. It was alright.
It's definitely an IMAX movie, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like or Oppenheimer is going to be freaking great in IMAX.
Yeah, I mean, I just watched the story. I didn't really care for the story. I do appreciate the fucking work that goes into effects. Some of the movie effects, sometimes it's easy to kind of, you forget how much work goes into how good the movie looks, I guess, sometimes. And I guess that's the best part of the Avatar sequel, is like seeing how well they kind of made things look as seamless as possible. But sometimes you forget, okay, these actually are not real features. You can't just assume things are real, if that makes sense, in terms of how it looks.
D-Dogs says 3 hours. 3 hours going to sit during that. No, he's not going to watch it for 3 hours. He's going to freaking like be in the middle of his game or watch like his wife play a game while watching.
Yeah, he's going to have his phone in hand. The movie we're playing, phone in hand. He'll be way on away in WWE Champions or whatever, a Street Fighter Duel, and he'll fucking look up occasionally at the fucking movie, maybe take an occasional note, but he will not be paying much attention to it whatsoever. But you won't need to either.
And then look at like Wikipedia right afterwards. And be like, oh, that's what I missed.
Yeah, the movie was. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I saw it, but I feel like I won't need to watch it again. It doesn't have rewatchable value to it. You know what I mean? It's like the first one kind of had that kind of rewatchable value to it in a sense, but this one don't really care for it.
On digital services, it's a long ass movie, man. It's like freaking 3.5 hours. So there's no way I can watch it either in like one or maybe even 2 nights. I might have to split it up and watch like an hour a night over the next week. And so once I finally get through it and I watch
Well, that answers that.
I think I'm going to do a review of it to let you know what I thought of it, because Avatar 1, you know, had great visual effects, and that was about it. Yet it was like the biggest movie ever at the time. Avatar 2 apparently is a better plot. From what I'm to understand, it's not the Pocahontas or Dances with Wolves stolen plot, which is good. I'd rather have it be a different plot than something I've already seen. But again, it's hilarious because people who saw it said things such as, oh, you know, it's not necessarily a great movie, but the visuals are great. And yet it like broke box office records. But seriously, in my entire life of 41 years, I've not seen a movie do so well at the box office and immediately be removed from public discourse. Like today, how many people are talking about Avatar: The Way of Water?
You are, so one.
Yeah. The video game's coming out, and people have been talking about the video game.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay. It's a movie that's worth seeing. I think it's fair to say that.
Yes.
It's a movie that's worth seeing. I'm not saying it's a good fucking movie. I'm just saying it's worth seeing. Especially for all the work, you know, sometimes if you can appreciate the work that goes on into making the movies, including the effects of the movies and all that shit, as well, it's worth seeing. The story's meh. You know, the story's like a big fucking deal, you know, but yeah. I did enjoy seeing how the movie looked, and you can certainly get lost in it essentially, where it's like, you forget there's like fucking special effects being made because it looks so fucking good.
Back in the day when there was a blockbuster movie, people would be talking about it for the year. Like every other movie would be compared to it, right? It was like Avatar released, everyone saw it within like a month, and then that's it.
Back in the day, is that before social media?
Yeah, pretty much. Fellas fucking just, you know, like losing faith in fucking video games these days, and then movies as well, and media in general. Back in the fucking day where there was less to talk about, essentially. Fuck me, man. This is a weird fucking take from Phil.
Boomer streams right now.
It really is. It's like back in my fucking day, people appreciated things better. You know what I mean? People talked about things more, and people liked things more. But yeah, that's a general way of the world these fucking days, because these days people can fucking easily access all sorts of different kind of fucking types of media in a quicker method. You know what I mean? We can consume far fucking much more media than we used to be able to do as well. It wasn't a case of, it's like, you know, what was I think the first Indiana Jones was, what was it? It was the number one movie when it fucking released. The first Indiana Jones movie, right? When it came out in the early 80s. Was it early 80s? Is that an overestimation?
Yeah, early 80s, because Star Wars is 77.
Yeah.
So
when the first Indiana Jones came out, that shit was like in the movie theaters for like almost a year.
Exactly.
And that was a huge movie, but it's a case of like, what else? How else are people going to watch a movie? Like, if people are still massively into going to the movies to watch it and see it and pay money to see it, and they'll just also the people will say that, you know, they're okay, we can take our time before we fucking release this, you know, movie on video. People are still willing to fucking go en masse to the fucking theatres and watch our movie. Obviously less piracy back in those fucking days, because obviously it's far easy, you know, it wasn't as easy to fucking just smuggle some 1980s style camcorder into a fucking movie theatre and try and fucking mass fucking produce some fucking bootleg copies and all that shit.
Dude, I already got spoiled on Flash. Like, it's that fast. Like, it just came out. I already got spoiled on it on Twitter.
This is what I'm saying. These days it's just spoiled as a whole. We have so much access to fucking media.
We have so much options, and legit now movies come out like 2 months later on DVD now, like, or not DVD, like digital or Blu-ray or anything like that. It comes out fast now. Like Mario Brothers movies already on Blu-ray.
It's a shame. I mean,
fast now.
It's just the way the world. That's just the way the world is these days. Which is just immediate, you know, gratification, immediate demand, immediate, you know, there's you know, desire for all this fucking shit to come out as soon as fucking possible, as quickly as fucking possible, before the fucking bootleg copies fucking take over it.
Yeah. When I was a kid, it was an event for like something to finally come out on VHS. Like when episode 1 came out on VHS, legit, the video store next to me had like a 1 month reservation just for that movie, even though the Phantom Menace had such like discourse. People were like, no, we this is an event, you need to see this movie. You know what I mean?
It was a big deal, yeah. I remember going to the fucking movie theatre for episode 1 myself, and it was a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
like, it's not these days where like, oh, let me go access a movie. Click, here's the movie.
yeah. It's just, I mean, the internet in general, as good as the internet is, as helpful as the internet is, and as meaningful as the internet is, there's a lot of good that can come from the internet, of course. You know what I mean, things like this, we can do this. I mean, you're like somewhere in fucking America right now, aren't you? I assume you live in America.
Yeah.
He's like, mate, I'm a random Scotsman just sitting in fucking Scotland melting away in the sun. You're in America. We're live talking right now, very immediate conversation while we're watching another fucking spoiled man-child wax on
Oh, yeah.
about how fucking movies aren't good these days. This is the way the world. The internet is amazing, that kind of regard, you know what I mean? And at the same fucking time, though, because it can give us everything, it can also leave you feeling kind of empty in some other aspects, which is just the way
Train,
it
we
is.
warned you. We warned you it's gonna be a boomer segment.
The boomer segment,
yeah,
yeah.
this phone call would have been like $400 already.
Jesus Christ.
All right, let's go watch Phil complain about movies.
Let's just get we'll stop being boomers ourselves and let Phil be the boomer.
Here's about it. So, I'm really curious about this movie. I want to watch it myself. Okay.
Then don't read reviews.
But I'm going 1.25 speed. When at normal still, I'm 1.25. 1.25. What's the speed that's bad?
Phil's 1.5 for me always.
So, I'll probably review that this week if I have extra time, which who knows if I will. This is a short streaming week for me coming up. It's only a 5-day week coming up. I'm basically going to be here Friday to Wednesday, Friday to Tuesday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. If there is extra time, I will try to also review something retro. Like I told you, this month my idea was to review something retro every week, but then this week there was so much React content for the gaming stuff, there was no point in doing a review. I said I'll just let that other React stuff kind of stand there as the extra content for the channel. So next week we'll see, but I think at the very least I'm going to watch and review Avatar: The Way of Water, okay? All right, so that's it for DSP Reacts. Check it out, youtube.com/@DSP Reacts, where you can find it. That's the sister channel. I hope you'll get to take a look at all the different content that I put out there over the course of these weeks, okay? But now, it's time for the big discussion about Street Fighter 6 and how I've been doing. Because yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, we had a turnaround. After a series of streams where essentially I wasn't doing so good in Street Fighter 6, yesterday was the polar opposite. Yesterday, I tried out Marisa, the gladiator woman who employs super armor and high damage combos. And let me tell you something. I did pretty darn good. I wasn't like completely dominating her.
Casual.
But man, just for an initial stream of just learning the character, I was learning good combos. I was learning good strategies. That was probably one of the best debuts I've done so far in the game by far, okay? So, if you want to talk about a turnaround, all right, watch this. Look at this as a performance compared to some of the other characters. With Marisa, 107 round wins, only 60 round losses.
Does this include ranked?
All right? That's a
and
really
casual?
great win-loss record. The only character I did as good was JP, but
I think this must include casual.
Yeah, because like if I include casual of my things, I would probably have a positive win-loss record. I fucking suck in rank, but at least I know.
Absolutely, yeah. So Josh Plumes called it spot on. Josh Plumes, when he as soon as he seen Phil mention he's going to fucking casual. You know, he assumed he was going to fucking use those casual matches to try and pad his stats to make himself feel better, some sort of ego boost. And that's exactly it. He is counting casual matches in his records now, which is sad. Mr. fucking... The guy that bitches and moans about tryhards is actually using casual matches in his own stats. His overall fucking first run rounds.
Yeah, I posted on a Twitter last night that I was doing ranked. Out of 15 matches, I won 1 as Jamie.
Oof.
But like, yeah. But you know what? I won 1. Like, that's pretty. I'm happy about that at least. Like, not to be like, oh, you know, not to be like, oh, about me. But like, I'm trying ranked, and I feel like that Jamie's a great character. But freaking Marisa's and French girl has been crazy.
Man on. Fuck me, man. But yeah, a lot of people are saying that Marisa looks like Cat.
No.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Proper for a super chat, who says I threw the ranking for Marisa to place gold instead of platinum so he could learn the character and body people in a lower rank as well. GG. So, there goes Prophet telling us all.
Going back to that, they released Piper Nevin in WWE Champions as a trial for today, and I swear to God, it looks like the Pixar animation cat.
I mean, I guess
I just
I'd have
sent it to you.
been, I guess I'd have been inspired by something. Isn't all art technically inspired by some sort of other art?
Exactly.
So then maybe I detracted it scopely. Who knows? Is aware of Pixar animations and its exploits. So there you fucking go. Yeah, that was such a fucking weird thing, but yeah, I've seen that myself. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right, that's a really great win-loss record. The only character I did as good was JP, but JP was a very short session, so it doesn't really necessarily compare as like an apples to apples comparison. But man, did this ramp up the wins. All right.
I wonder if anyone in this chat is going to call out him using casual matches to count as the wins. That's sad. You'd assume somebody is going to mention why he including casual matches in this record. They'll fucking defend themselves, saying because they're real matches, I had to fucking win them and all shit.
And I think this has to do with a couple factors. Number one, Marisa doesn't necessarily need a lot of high execution to play at a competitive level. I mean, yes, there's other things with dash cancels that I'll probably learn later that'll be way better than what I was doing yesterday. But just on a basic entry level, her basic moves and combos are fairly easy to execute. All right, and yes, if you play smart, you can actually counter a lot of the things your opponents are doing for big damage punishes and or big combos. And because of that, I did pretty good. Now, the thing is, I was making mistakes. Like, during these matches, I was accidentally hitting the wrong buttons. I was doing the wrong moves. And I would say it every time I did it. Like, I did the wrong thing. And it was costing me rounds. So imagine if I actually had played with her more and was actually mastering her execution, I probably would have done significantly better than even this. Okay? So, this is pretty good. I like the character's design. I definitely think the character has good potential. I don't know about top tier. But I definitely think that as a character, she's more of the kind of character that I would look to play long term, as opposed to some of these other characters like DJ. I'd probably never go back and play. He's such a high execution, constant dash cancel kind of a character, and that's just not my style. Okay, so did pretty darn good there with Marisa yesterday as the premiere stream, debut stream with her. All right, and if anything, this racked us back up because you remember I actually had gone into the negative, and now I'm back in the red, or excuse me, back in the black, back in the green for win-loss record overall when it was total rounds won and lost in Street Fighter 6. Okay, but outside of this, also, instead of just looking at it from a rounds perspective, which is what that chart does, I'd actually like to look at it overall matchups as well. All right, and so I have this document that's tracking everything. So with Marisa yesterday, I started off in gold.
Hold on, isn't this the game clicker document?
Yes.
So he's using his phone right now to look at this.
Yes.
There's phone stuff ticked off. There we go.
2 stars. That's where they started me off with my rankings because I lost a lot of my placement matches not knowing what I was doing. In gold, I got 11 wins and only 1 loss. So I basically turboed my way through gold and went right up to platinum right away. And then when I hit platinum, all right, I got 37 wins and 21 losses. So overall, my win-loss record with Marisa was 48 wins, 22 losses, meaning a 69% win ratio. That's pretty darn good. Winning 2/3 of the time is a great ratio, by the way. And so I really enjoyed that character and did pretty good. Overall now, just so you guys know, I've now been playing Street Fighter 6 almost 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks. Overall, 365 wins, 298 losses with a 55% win rate, meaning I'm winning more than I'm losing. But, I mean, we're still learning, and we're going to talk in a moment about what we talked about yesterday. How will I improve if I keep picking new characters? And we'll talk about that in a second. So, the good news is the climb to 1,000 continues. 365 wins so far. I'm hoping with today's stream we can increase that dramatically. I really want to hit 1,000 wins, maybe by the end of the month, right? That would be pretty neat if I could actually hit 1,000 Street Fighter 6 wins by the end of June. I don't know if it's possible. I guess we'll see. But the road to 1,000 continues, all right? So, what do I think? I think that there are characters in Street Fighter 6 that are going to be way more my style. For example, Blanca, he's mixing up, he's got tricky moves, he's got interesting priority. I like that character.
Oh god, he's boring the tits off me. I'm sorry, but he's boring the crap at me. I'm going 1.5.
I agree.
Oh, Lily, completely unique. At first I thought she plays like T-Hawk. She plays nothing like T-Hawk, but she's got interesting properties, and being a unique character, I gotten better and better with her. Not only does she have priority with her 360 tick throws, but also good reversals, decent combo ability, good versatility. I'm liking Lily a lot. Dalcine, arguably the hardest character I'm using in the game because he's very challenging to use and he has a lot of bad situations if someone's in his face, but at the same time, if you can keep that rhythm going with Yoga Fire and Yoga Fling bouncing across the screen, mixing up with cross-ups and or combos floating around. He's big maneuverability with him in this one. You can really get stuff going with him, and I actually like the character build, and I like to play a lot more with him and get better with him. Okay? Zangief. I mean, does it really stand to reason here? Did anyone think that I wasn't going to like Zangief? Zangief I've always liked in every Street Fighter game. Now, in this one, he's a lot different, all right? And today, I'm actually going to try to employ a couple quick strategies that I learned watching a video or two of him. over the course of the last few days since I used him last. I'm going to see what we can pull together. Maybe I can actually get some new good stuff with Zangief today in my gameplay. But I like Zangief, and obviously I'm going to try him more. I don't know overall if I'm going to adopt him as one of my main characters in Street Fighter 6, but obviously being the premier grappler, I am enjoying him. And then, of course, Marisa. Yeah, Marisa seems like out of all the characters I've played so far, may almost be like the archetype that I'm enjoying the most in the game. Now, I've only picked half the cast so far, but this is a character who has interesting mix-ups and combos, good punishability, right? Solid moveset, not perfect, definitely not perfect, has a few flaws in her inner gameplay, but at the same time, I think she's a really solid character that I'd like to play more with. So, you know, it's weird when you look at this stuff and you're like, it's hard to predict, isn't it? It's really hard when you look at it, like, who would have thought that I would have liked Lily? I didn't know anything of the character, you know. I thought she was T-Hawk, completely different build, but I liked the character, right? Who would have thought I would have liked Marisa? I didn't know what she was going to play like. So that's the cool thing about a fighting game like this with new characters. You don't know what's going to happen, and then you play it and you're like, wow, I'm pleasantly surprised with how some of these characters are turning out, right? Now, here's the deal with Street Fighter 6 moving forward. We had a big discussion about this yesterday. I actually took in many people's opinions.
Here's the deal, same thing as here's the thing.
Everyone's thoughts.
That's a good question. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure to count that or not. I heard it myself and I thought, is it the same or is it too different? I'll let chat decide. Here's the deal. Here's the thing. Same, not the same. So we'll see what chat thinks, shall we? Only Ice Barley thinks it's the same. Stephen Bowen thinks it's the same. Darius says he uses them the same way.
Yep.
Lasagna Cat says same. Everyone says same. Everyone. Everyone. Uses them the same way. Okay, general consensus. Nordberg zoned out. I don't blame you. Here's the thing. It is so easy to zone out playing bingo, especially for me. As you guys know, I've not been feeling too well lately, so I'm not well lately, which means I'm kind of sleepy a whole lot. I'm not sleeping too well, so when I'm watching Phil these days, I literally do end up nodding off sometimes, like daydreaming. Fucking just I'm trying to pay attention to the card and try to listen to what it says, and I'll just literally zone the fuck out. And then I'll see like my name get tagged in chat. And say, oh, he said no. He gave a turbo nose, or he fucking wiped the stash or something. I was just fucking like, you know, shake myself at his fucking little dream. Yeah.
Just
It's like fucking watching Phil play fucking Yakuza games at night where he just fucking falls asleep.
We're gonna get him actually falling asleep on stream one day. It's gonna happen, I want to say, within the year. He's gonna fall asleep on stream.
It has happened. I mean, we've kind of caught, you know, examples of it. And he has to like, shake himself awake.
I mean, actual, like, King Cobra passed out for a few minutes.
Jesus, man, just fucking Phil fucking just like, you know, head back in the fucking chair, snoring away loudly.
Yeah.
Jasper trying to claw a crap at him.
Yeah. Is that right, Neil?
Actually took in many people's opinions over the course of the last 24 hours, and I'd like to share with you everyone's thoughts. So we had this discussion yesterday on the Level 1 podcast. How do I continue to cover Street Fighter 6? Because there's two schools of thought. School of thought number one is, I'm a variety content creator. I should continue to keep picking new characters, playing for them for one big session, you know. And
this is the same conversation he had yesterday.
Until I get through all 8.
Well, yeah, but today's different. Today, it wants a decision made.
18 characters. Now, 2 weeks in, we've covered half the cast. Okay? Now, here's the thing about doing that. Would there be a variety of content continuing on the channel?
I like how I had a debate about, here's the thing, here's the deal, the same thing. And he just right there just said, here's the thing, right there. Here's the thing was just said. So for anyone that didn't like us ticking here's the thing, he just said it right fucking there.
Okay? Now, here's the thing about doing that. Would there be a variety of content continuing on the channel? Yes. Would you see different gameplay styles and different characters represented? And would it be more interesting maybe to the outsider who's just watching Street Fighter 6 for the first time? Yeah, probably it would. But when you're constantly switching your character and you're only playing them for a few hours at a time, you're not going to ever get better at the game or master anything. You understand? Like, basically what'll happen is I'll get a taste for every character, which is great. You need to have an idea of what every character has capable in their movesets, so you know essentially what's coming when they do those moves. You know what they are. At the very same time, though, there's no way I'm ever going to get much better at this game if I just keep picking new characters. And it's interesting because I got a couple different people who actually gave me some perspective on this in the last 24 hours. One person said the way that Maximilian Dude does it is he, when there's a new fighting game, has something he calls the week of. And so what he'll do is he'll pick a character and say, I like this character, I want to try them for this week, and this is the only character I'm picking in the game this week. So just deal with it. And he'll sit there and he'll go to the lab and practice with that character, and then he'll go online and he'll try to get better with that character all week long. And then after the week is up, he feels like he's gotten enough of that character that he moves on to another one. Okay? That makes sense, but at the same time, that makes sense for someone who's guaranteed to be playing this game for months on end. If I was committing to playing Street Fighter 6 full time for 3-4 months, then I could use each week for one character. The thing is, we don't know if I'm going to be doing that much coverage of Street Fighter 6. Right now, the game is hot. Right now, I'm really enjoying it. You're really enjoying it. But what's to say in another month or two that it's going to have that much interest? Again, I'm a variety content creator. There aren't that many people coming to this channel just to watch me play Street Fighter 6 full time. They want to see me do other stuff too. I mean, that whole first week when I was playing Street Fighter 6 so much, people were clamoring, where's Diablo? Where's Zelda? Where's other content? We're tired of Street Fighter, right? So the way Maximilian Dude covers games and me is different. my audience is definitely different. I feel like if I picked one character, like let's say I said this is going to be the week of Blanca, and all I did every day when I played Street Fighter 6 was play Blanca, 2 streams in, people would be complaining. Oh my god, he's still playing Blanca. I guarantee you they would. Again, we just have different audiences. That's okay. So that's one thing that, you know, I get it and it makes sense for someone who's doing full-time coverage, but I don't know if it would work for me, okay? Now, another thing someone said is that most of the people who are considering themselves into the game and trying to get better and they want to be pro at it, which I'm not, but the way that they're attacking the game is they're only selecting maybe 2, maybe 3 characters tops, and they've essentially only used them. They labbed with them in training mode, and then they went online and they're playing nonstop and they're trying to find strategies with these characters, and that's their focus. They didn't do 9 characters in 2 weeks like I did. Instead, they're just hyper-focused on 2 or 3, and then later on, they'll probably adopt more characters and try them out. But for now, they're, again, early game, they're very focused on a certain game plan, right? And, you know, that makes sense to me. Here's why. When I used to be a pro game player, back in the day, pro Street Fighter player, I had 2 or 3 characters that I focused on. In Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, it was Vega, Balrog, and DJ. Those 3 characters essentially played very differently. All of them did. And because I had those 3 characters under my belt, in my repertoire, I could basically kind of handle any situation in the game. Whether I was fighting someone that was more defensive, more offensive, or a hybrid, I had something for every situation. You know, a lot of people say, why did you play DJ? He's only mid-tier. Because I was one of the best people using DJ in the world.
He was not
it allowed me to
mid-tier.
actually have something that people didn't know how to counter, because most people never fought DJ at a competitive level. And DJ was the character with a fireball that countered things that my Balrog and Vega couldn't, because I had that kind of ranged gameplay. Do you see? So, that's why I did it that way. And that's why I feel like pros are doing it that way. They take 2, 3 characters. Okay, these characters are canvassing all the gameplay styles of the game, and I can alternate between them in a competitive setting, and that's my focus, right? But for me, I've been very unfocused, right? I have 9 characters in 2 weeks. It's a lot of stuff to cover, and quite frankly, some of these streams, let's be honest, the Mono stream was kind of a waste of time. I didn't really get to learn that much. I'm going to find out after I played No. She's a character that you absolutely need to play at a high level with a lot of dash cancels and things. Without dash canceling being mastered, she's essentially a bad character. She doesn't have good setups for any of her stuff. It's all about getting a safe hit string into a dash cancel mix-up, and after the dash cancel, now you have like an option to select. Without dash canceling, basically nothing she does is safe or a good setup, and she gets stuffed all the time. Well, I didn't know that. So I'm playing with her and getting body, wondering what's going on. Why does nothing seem to work? Why is everyone jabbing through everything I do? That's why. So characters play differently in this game by far, and you know, the character like that probably isn't one that I'm going to do very well with. Did it really make sense to even play with her on that stream? Well, I'll say yes, it was. It did make sense because now at least I know what she's capable of. But at the same time, I doubt I'm ever going to go back. You know, I'm probably not going to be playing that.
Thank you very much to KPF4 for subscribing to the channel, much appreciated. Prophet is peacing out because Phil called himself one of the best DJ players in the world. The thing is though, I'm pretty sure that Jaha, you know, that big beefy bastard, you know, a big fucking muscle dude.
Love Jaha.
Same. Big, I wouldn't want to mess with him, you know what I mean? But it seems like a solid guy, yeah. Big beefy bastard is, man. Fucking shout out to all the fucking, like, yeah, he has more muscles than Phil has brains. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, it's I'm pretty sure he has himself credited Phil as being extremely talented with DJ. He said himself.
It's very linear.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where he himself has gained, because obviously he knows the game as well, because he's played it himself as well, and he's aware, he's acknowledged that Phil was really good and competent at Super Turbo, you know, Street Fighter 2 Super Turbo. It was the one kind of game that Phil put a lot of time, a lot of effort into, and those characters fucking Phil spent so much time on to try and fucking hone his craft on. So the fact of the matter is that Phil called himself one of the best DJs. I mean, it's fucking, it was a strange little fucking random flex. But at the end of the fucking day, though, I mean, it does seem. I mean, other people have kind of. I mean, it seems to not be just a random flex out there, which can't be, like, you know, backed up, whatever. Phil can seemingly back it up, at least in Super Turbo, anyway.
He needs to do a stream. He needs to go to a tournament. I want Phil to go to one Super Turbo tournament. I know it's never going to happen, but I just want him to go and be like, "Oh, I'm the best DJ. Let's go." If anyone here is meowing, by the way, I have a cat, so. But I figured let's let people know. But yeah, so but from talking with the few conversations that I have had with Jaha, he is a really decent DJ. And he's a decent Vega, but the thing is he can't beat the mirror match, which is of course why he lost.
Yeah.
And only got 4th place.
Promise.
If you ever watch the rewind of it, like there is footage of him winning, quote unquote winning 4th place. He didn't podium. But the mirror match they had Vega versus Vega was just a stomping.
Promise demanding. Show me a tournament where Phil won his DJ. I don't know. I don't have such knowledge. All I'm telling you is that people like Jaha have acknowledged that Phil has been pretty good with him, with DJ. So yeah, that's all I'm based that on. And also, you know, Jaha is not a big fan of Phil. Phil, you know, he's quite, you know, dismissive of Phil. He wanted to beat him up, but held back essentially. So he's not a fan of him. But he's said himself he acknowledged that Phil was not bad with him. It was pretty decent with him. So yeah, and TJ, please don't charge us $1,000 to fucking introduce us to a cat. Thank you.
No, 2,000.
Oh, you bastard.
Well, it did make sense because now at least I know what she's capable of, but at the same time, I doubt I'm ever going to go back, you know? I'm probably not going to be playing that character, right? Anyway, so after having talked with everyone, in the last 24...
There's a very good point as well from Bad Luck there. Bad Luck says there's a huge difference between calling yourself good with one character and proclaiming that you are one of the best in the world. That's a very good point, to be fair. And plus the world back then, when Phil was fucking playing these characters, was very fucking small in the Street Fighter tournament scene. This is not a fucking pool of millions of fucking players trying to compete. No, Phil was playing against the same fucking people usually. The same kind of top level fucking players. There may have been fucking so many fucking thousands of people that were better than Phil, but they just could never fucking make these tournaments. Who knows? But it was a fucking different scene back then, different fucking environment back then. So, I don't know, it's just... Yeah, it is somewhat egotistical for Phil to try and claim outright he was probably one of the best in the world with DJ.
4 hours and reading all of your comments. A lot of people have comments on the videos. Thank you for that. I determined that what I think we should do is a hybrid. I don't want to every week be playing 3 new characters. I don't think that is too much, okay? What I think we're going to do is every week we're going to do at least 2 major sessions of Street Fighter 6 where it's just me picking the characters I've already used and trying to get better at them. So out of the characters that I've already used, I can tell you this. I like Blanca, and I want to get better with him. I've already seen some interesting setups and mix-ups with him in the corner and combos and stuff that look pretty neat.
Blanca might be getting nerfed, apparently. I mean, the Prophet says there is some, like, leaked patch notes, and if they're to be believed, Blanca's going to get fucking nerfed.
Yes, because he has only plus when he gets when you block his Blanca ball, and his frame is like 2 frames for charge to start out to hit with the freaking Blanca ball, if I remember correctly. Might be a little more than that, but from one of my discussions with other FGC people, it seems to be like that.
So we'll see how long it lasts if Bill wants to fucking play with Blanca.
And E Honda is going to get nerfed.
E Honda? Okay, I didn't realise that as well.
Definitely like Lily. I like Dalsim, and I like Mano. Okay, not Mano, excuse me. I like Marisa. I think those characters are my playstyle. Now, I like Zangief, but at this point, I'm not sold yet that he's as good as I would like him to be in the game. I'm going to play with him some today and see. So he's amazing.
If he wants to be sold on Zangief, Modern Geef. Modern Geef has 1 button throw. You press 1 button, and he does a stupid spinning pile driver.
From what I've seen other people play as Zangief, it did look like he did seem a bit overpowered for the simplistic kind of stuff. Like he was a bit slow, but he seemed like the throws were strong and kind of hard to fucking get around, and it took a lot of damage as well.
I think after post nerf, I think if they don't nerf Manon is going to be broken because Manon has a lot of reach and her throw not only accumulates plus, but it just the initial throw is like 1/4 of your health if done correctly. Yeah, and then it builds up after that. So like if it builds up to 5 and you lose a round, I feel like you're just done.
I had no clue what I was doing, nor did anyone know how to counter his stuff. That was like the 3rd day I played the game, if that. So now I feel like if I played E Honda, it'd be a whole different ball game, where I'm gonna have to learn hit strings and things that are safe, because all I was doing was like headbutts and counter moves, and I don't think that's gonna fly if I pick Honda again. So that's what I'm thinking. Blanca, Lily, Dalsim, Marisa, my 4 that I'm really focused on. With a little bit of side note, I definitely want to play Zangief more and maybe Honda more. But I would say characters like JP, definitely not DJ, definitely not Mano. Those are characters that are going to be skips for me that I'm not too interested in, okay? So, what I'm thinking is I want to focus today on a multiplayer session where I'm going to play with Zangief and Marisa exclusively. I'll probably start off with Zangief, play with him for like an hour, hour and a half, and then switch over to Marisa and see how I do.
Sorry, TJ, I had to fucking point out. I was wondering what the smashing was going on there in the background there, and then I seen a wee message pop up in the stream.
I got those I got a mechanical keyboard.
Mechanical keyboard was like smashing the fuck. I was like, okay, the noise all stopped and I'd seen the message. Okay, we can hear TJ type. If you can hear a massive type and expect a TJ message to show up in chat.
With her. I'd like to rack up some wins with these characters if possible, try to get my win-loss record a little bit better. Like I said, I actually watched a video or 2 of Zangief and saw some interesting things, like his standing headbutt, which is forward and fierce punch, is a really good counter hit move, and if you hit it, it can sometimes counter to itself, or combo to itself again, and then you can 2-in-1.
I'm so glad that Phil can demonstrate what the fucking move was. Thank goodness that Phil demonstrated what this move was, otherwise I would have been very confused what this sort of move was.
Which is forward and fierce punch, is a really good counter hit move, and if you hit it, it can sometimes counter to itself, or combo to itself again, and then you can 2-in-1. And it's also a good setup for mix-ups, like you can do that, lead that into like a spinning pile driver. Also, his low medium punch is great, and leads to an easy combo into the EX lariat every time. So there's a few things I'd like to try with him today. And Marisa, obviously I was already doing good with Marisa yesterday. I'd like to continue on with that, try to get better with her today. So that's my goal today, Zangief and Marisa. But then I'm off tomorrow. When I come back on Friday, what I'd like to do is a stream where maybe I pick the other characters again. Maybe I try Blanca again, and I try Lily again, and then maybe I do another stream later in the week where I try another 2 characters that I've already played. But I don't want it to just be me playing characters I've already used. So if there's time, and likely there will be, I'll probably take one stream in the next week where I will try a new character as well. But it's going to dramatically slow down with the amount of new character use. Because how am I going to learn the game if I'm picking 3+ new characters a week? I'm only playing with them once. I'm never going to learn anything advanced in the game or get any better. I'm just going to constantly be at that entry level, right?
Well, no. There's only 18 characters in the whole entire game. So, to me, logically speaking, it would make sense if you fucking played a little bit with all of them, so you could fucking see which ones you're most comfortable with, and then whittle it down from there. You're halfway through the whole entire fucking cast. You know, you fucking played half the fucking characters in the game so far. You have another half to go to explore and see and get a feel for them. In my opinion, if you want to fucking get a good feel for the fucking game and the fighters in the fucking game, to see which ones you feel most comfortable with, just fucking explore, keep doing it. Fuck it. Fuck what anyone else fucking says. You're the master of your own fucking schedule, Phil. You want to get the most out of the fucking game. You want to learn the characters and fucking get a good idea of what they're capable of. You might as well fucking keep trying the other characters and see how it fucking goes. Then you can fucking determine who you're most comfortable with, who you're most happy trying out with, and trying to fucking get better with. That's
Yeah, it's the easy way to find the weakness of a character. It's like, oh wait, you're telling me that I can't just punch into this so that I can get punished for doing it? Okay, now I know what to do.
Exactly. It's just, I mean, I don't play Street Fighter, but in my opinion, you might as well fucking try and explore all of them to see which ones feel best. That's just my general uneducated take on it, you know. But yeah.
Bloomkit says, but you did good with JP, I thought. I did great with JP. Because JP doesn't really play like a Street Fighter character. He's very different. He's got these projectiles that are mix-ups. A low hit, you know, overhead hit, a grab, or one that comes out of the ground, and he's got the one he can set in the sky that comes down. But the thing is, I see... Look, here, let me put it this way. JP is so different from any other Street Fighter character. He almost plays like a Guilty Gear character. Okay, just being honest from what I've seen here. He's a good character in my opinion, but he's a very different
Phil
playstyle.
played Guilty Gear?
Like playing a different video.
I do not know. I guess we can very quickly find out. Why not? Let's just fucking explore his channel and type in Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear. I don't have mechanical keyboard, so you might not hear me typing. Sorry.
He played Grand Blue. Oh,
there is no sign of Guilty Gear on his channel. How old's the game?
yeah.
Was it on DSP Gaming, or does it predate 2010?
There's a memology of him playing Grand Blue, but that's about it. When I googled it, all that popped up was Playing With Your Beliefs playing it. By the way, shout out Playing With Your Beliefs.
DSP Guilty Gear.
Dragon DBZ Fighters.
Yeah, this is how you don't play DSP Grand Blue Fantasy versus. Let's see, isn't
So
it?
I don't think.
Yeah, so there we go. Interesting. So Play Me Believe an interesting video, like an hour and a half long. Let's see what DSP is afraid of with Guilty Gear Strive. But if I can look into it some more, not shit. So yes, so that's the best I can find. Anyway, on with the bingo.
Video game. For me to get good with JP, I would have to focus in with him quite a bit, I feel, and learn different matchups and setups, because each character is going to be handled differently. Some are faster and can get past those setups he does to keep away, and others can't. So that would be a lot of character knowledge and a lot of practice, and I don't necessarily know if that's my playstyle. I don't know if full keep away is my playstyle. Like, for example, with Dalsim, there's an element of keep away, but then there's an element of mix-ups, where you're trying to bounce the fireballs around and land behind with a teleport, or hit them with a quick overhead with his floating. You see what I'm saying? I think I like that playstyle better than just, keep away 100% of the round, stay away from me. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I definitely did. That's the best character I did. Like, seriously, JP, I did the best with, but I think he's actually a character I don't really feel like I want to play again. You know? I'd rather learn how to beat him than how to succeed with him. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And by the way, I'm not saying I'm never picking him again. I'm saying just for now, I don't think he's a character that I want to use again right now. Okay? So there you go. Anyway, so this is my mentality. Today, Zangief and Marisa. Ranked gameplay today. Friday when I come back, another ranked session, but that's going to be a variety of characters. I'm thinking maybe like Blanca and Lily or something like that. And then probably another session coming up on Sunday. Maybe that'll be like, I don't know, Dalsim and someone else. But then maybe Monday I pick a new character, right? We'll see. But that's what I'm thinking. I don't want to be picking new characters constantly. I'm thinking this next week would be an opportunity for me to try to get better with the characters I've already used and learn more about them. Fair enough? I hope that makes sense. And I hope that is acceptable to you. I hope that it's not a situation where you're going to be all upset with me now because I'm not picking new characters constantly. I think it makes more sense to try to get better at the game at this point. Okay? As for World Tour Mode, hey, I played it Monday. I thought it was enjoyable. It seems like a chill mode. It's definitely not super serious. There is an element of challenge to it, as you're fighting higher level enemies that you basically do no damage to, but they do insane damage to you. At the same time, it is grindy and repetitive like I knew it would be. It seems to be like a mode that's more like if we want to have a chill stream, we would play it, but it's not necessarily something that's going to be a major focus for me. So we'll see how it goes, but when will be the next time that I play World Tour? I don't know. We'll even be in this next week. Well, this next week's a shorter streaming week for me. So I don't know. Let's think about it. We'll think about it together and see when you want World Tour to come back. I would say this, if we didn't have 2 late night chill streams of Diablo and Zelda right now, this would be a shoo-in for a late night chill stream. It really would be. Problem is we already have these insanely lengthy RPGs I'm dabbling in for the late night stream, so we really don't have that opportunity to squeeze in another game right now, you see? Okay, so, good stuff. I hope this cumulative update is a lot of information for all of you. I hope it sounds good. Let's now talk about the schedule for the rest of the week and go from there. So today, as I already stated, it's going to be Zangief and Marisa, online ranked multiplayer in Street Fighter 6. Probably first half of the stream will be Zangief, maybe second half will be Marisa, and we'll go from there, but it should be good, and hopefully I can get better with these characters and rack up some wins. Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it's the continuation of Diablo 4. Last time around, we had major story progression, and essentially I was told I should really try to focus on just advancing the story for several streams, because if I can get into like Act 3, then the game really opens up with a bunch of locations and quests and content that's meaningful, as opposed to me right now kind of...
Hey, meaningful. Phil fucking said meaningful.
Meaningful.
Get fucked. There we go. We don't have a bingo yet somehow. We have so much green ticked off, and yet not one single row has been fully completed as of yet.
Dude, it's just like me playing at church.
Fuck me, man. So much green, yet we have no real reason to play the horns yet.
Lingering in the early areas of the game that doesn't have that much interesting stuff going on, the game gets much better the further in you go. So I'm almost thinking I should listen to people's feedback and just focus on the story for a bit, maybe a few streams, and then slow down a bit and take in the sights, as they say, and try to do more side content. But I think today we actually did open up a dungeon that's going to be significantly good because it's going to buff my build. So I think we will do that side dungeon first tonight, and then we'll continue on with the story for the rest of the stream. Okay? Okay. I'm off from streaming on tomorrow, Thursday. When I return on Friday, it'll be more Street Fighter 6, and as I said, I think that stream's going to probably be Blanca, maybe Lily, or Dalsim. We'll figure it out, and it'll be me focusing on those characters and trying to get better with them. And then Friday night will be more Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Last night, we finished the Goron dungeon, and we're starting up the quest with Impa to basically unlock the locations of all the story in the game. Once we unlock those locations, we can focus on getting to those, seeing those story cutscenes, and going from there. There's only one major dungeon left of the big 4 to do. So maybe we should focus on doing the story stuff first, then we go to there, and then we see where the game takes us, okay? Saturday is DSP versus the Internet, my React show. If you're a member over on DSP Reacts, please post up your clips by Friday night to ensure that they get on the show. And, yeah, I can't wait to do it every week. It's a good variety of stuff. I hope maybe this week, because we are now doing the shuffled playlist, some people may be considering supporting the channel by becoming a member, who maybe weren't, or maybe someone was a member and now they'll come back, or maybe you've enjoyed the variety of content I put out for you guys this week on DSP Reacts and you'll become a member to support the channel that way. You know, that's how I get my major support of the channel, is the memberships. And seeing them dwindle the way they did in the last month and a half, it has hurt the channel, so I'm hoping to get some of that momentum back, okay? Saturday night will be more Diablo. And then Sunday, more Street Fighter 6, likely another multiplayer stream, and then, you know, more Zelda Sunday night. And then Monday, Tuesday, as I already said, maybe Monday we'll actually pick a new character in Street Fighter 6, and then Tuesday we'll just leave it open and see what we want to do. And yes, there'll be more Zelda and Diablo on those late streams. Now, this is all leading up to the premiere of Final Fantasy 16 on Thursday, June 22nd. Yes, I will be here that day, and I'm going to do it as the main gameplay stream that day. I'm undecided if I should play it all day, because I could do an all-day Final Fantasy 16 premiere stream if you guys wanted, but I don't know if you want the game all day or not. I actually have not done much research into the game purposefully because I didn't want to spoil myself on this game. In the case of Final Fantasy 15, when the game came out, there'd already been a playable demo, there'd already been an insane amount of information on the internet, and I kind of already knew the whole game by the time I had played it, because it was already all out there. This game, I've actually stayed away, so I actually don't know much about it at all, except people say it looks great, so I'm taking your opinions as fact, and I'm excited to play this game. So I could play the game all day long that Thursday for release day, and then kind of mix it up, and Friday go back to Street Fighter. You know what I mean? We could alternate.
Oh, what game's Thursday?
There's going to be alternation.
Final Fantasy, brand new Final Fantasy games on Thursday.
Oh,
And
why?
And he's trying to wait. Well, not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. So he's debating whether to play it all day or not. So yeah, that's a big fucking question mark Phil has. Like, I don't know. I'm relying on you guys telling me it's a good game, whatever. I might play it all day and all shit. Just boring ass shit, yeah. Did you fall asleep there for a second? Phil has a fucking amazing power to just make you not want to fucking like be conscious anymore.
Like, why would he play that? Like, he's already doing Diablo, which is going to take forever, and Tears of the Kingdom does not look like it's coming out soon. I mean, being finished yet.
No idea.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Super Chuffer for the Super Chat, who says, thanks for the spreadsheet, pillar of community. I mean, the spreadsheet, I mean, if you tell it, this spreadsheet, this has nothing to do with me. This is a piece of piece creation. This is piece of pieces, baby. The DSP tips tracker created by Piece of Piece. So if you talk about that particular spreadsheet, then that's all piece of piece and their amazing work. If that's what you mean by the spreadsheet. But other than that, yeah, I mean, so yeah, big ups a Piece of Piece for all that hard work and graft to track all this stuff. that Phil, like, is making and all that shit. It's crazy. And Phil is dead set on playing Final Fantasy. He's heard good things about it. And he thinks it's going to fucking bring in, viewers and butts to the channel and all that shit. Usually
No. Like, just stay with Street Fighter. You're getting a lot more money with Street Fighter technically right now too. Not even including the freaking $1,000 Jax Raxter tip. He's getting a lot more money with Street Fighter.
And so some people are wondering who you are because I turned up late. So the other person on the call with me is TJ GameBox. Like, if you're not sure, if you're not aware, TJ GameBox has joined me for this bingo. So like Eileen was asking, for example, who's that? So there we go.
Yeah. And you can follow me at TJ GameBox. I post random shit and I post spending.
Yeah, so he's on Twitter, he's on Twitch as well, but fuck Twitch because boo. I
wasn't going to sponsor it.
Just my opinion. I'm not a big fan of Twitch. The only reason I go to Twitch is to basically check out how popular a game is doing. Sometimes it's like, if I was playing this random fucking game, well, I'd see how popular it is on Twitch, and it's like 2 people fucking playing it or some push. Baddock's saying I could have wrote it in the title. Well, I could have wrote it in the title, but I found out like 2 minutes before I was due to go live. I was going to talk. I turned up the stream ready to start. I seen a message from TJ saying, "Hey, I want me to join." I thought, all right.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to Super Chuffer for saying no sleep. So thank you very much to Super Chuffer for a super chat who says no sleep. I confuse. Thanks TJ for tracking Hogan's. Well, there we go.
No problem. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the kind of work obviously goes into. I was like, you do a lot of work, legwork tracking Phil's expenditure in that game, which is much appreciated, of course. I mean, also you've got it worked out down to a fine kind of formula where it's like you can. Because you can track your own spending and your own performance based on and compare it with Phil's, and you've got it all worked out quite well. But
it's not only the work of figure out how much he spends, but it's the fact that I want to try to get the minimum amount, because the game sometimes throws points that's not on a spreadsheet that either my faction makes or I make, or anything like that. So I have to go ahead and just the best way to do it is get all the points I possibly can without spending like the $5 that I do a week on this game, just to stay up with my faction and everything, and just minus it from Phil's and go from there. And that's a minimum too.
Yeah.
All those are minimums. He spent the grand the second he got it, which was before the stream, by the way.
It's crazy. Yeah, Phil was immediately fucking spending money, sometimes during the fucking stream, which is crazy. During him fucking technically working, he's fucking sometimes on his fucking phone pulling.
During his 1 hour break that he does in between streams, or even his I'm gonna check on Cat and he's gone for 30 minutes. He's playing the game.
It's mental. It's just crazy. Lately he's not been doing much in the game, but that's because support for him has not been great. Going by the dad, last night he made less than $100 overall. Yesterday, Street Fighter $64, the night stream $13. But was not a good day for him yesterday. So the last few streams, he's not done well. The last 3 days for Phil, I saw him get just over $300 in tips. Which is like, what? He can blow through that in fucking seconds. And that'll be it.
Yeah.
Say it looks great, so I'm taking your opinion as fact, and I'm excited to play this game. So I could play the game all day long that Thursday for release day, and then kind of mix it up, and Friday go back to Street Fighter. You know what I mean? We could alternate, and that's what it's going to be. The streams are going to be alternation between Final Fantasy and Street Fighter as daytime streams, and then night streams will be alternation between Diablo and Zelda. So
3 of the 4 games he's alternating are lengthy RPGs. Is that correct? Because Final Fantasy as well is. I've never played Final Fantasy, but they're usually kind of quite lengthy RPGs, aren't they?
Very lengthy. This one's gonna be a lot more mature too, so we're gonna get mature side Phil, squeamish over boobs and gore.
Jesus Christ, man! So and Phil wonders why he hasn't got enough fucking time to play other fucking games. Probably because he's fucking playing so many RPGs at once. And taking his sweet time on him as well.
Should just quit Zelda already.
He's a master of his own fate. He dictates his own schedule, and then he cries about the fucking schedule. Jesus Christ, man! Never change, Sean. Never change.
Yeah, the tism that goes around that is just ridiculous.
And that's for the foreseeable future, because I'm not sure actually when the next major new release comes out. I know it's not this month, and what we're going to do is during my upcoming marathon event, which is now called DSP's DSP, which stands for DSP's Digital Summer Party.
Fuck off. Fuck off that stupid fucking shit.
If you have to explain the acronym, it's not a good acronym.
It's a load of shite as per usual. Fucking minimal effort. What's going to be the first thing he's going to promote about the event? Is it him taking a drink, Jink?
It's going to be him. It's going to be his wife, quote unquote, making grilled recipes, and by that I mean I DoorDash some Bahama Breeze.
This is on Sunday, July 2nd. It's a marathon event, and the first major thing we're going to do during that event, we're going to go through the gaming schedule. We're going to look at all the new dates for game releases that have now been populated over the last week with all these digital events that have happened. And we're going to create a new calendar of games that I'm excited to cover for you guys.
I completely forgot about that fucking plan thing Phil's going to do. He's going to fucking spend like 2 hours forcing his fucking fans to fucking go through a schedule. Never mind a fucking 20-minute schedule rant. This is going to take like fucking an hour or two. Imagine a fucking all-day-long event where we're fucking going to start it off with some amazing and exciting calendar planning. Just fucking kill your audience now, Phil.
Dude, I would die laughing at the same fucking piece of paper he showed off during the Side Scrollers podcast. He's like, oh, I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah, just waving it all in the fucking... He used to have a massive wall calendar where he wrote all this fucking shit down. He used to have a massive wall calendar back in the fucking day to track all these fucking big major new releases coming out. Oh, fuck me, man.
We have to pick and choose. We have to, because there's so many games coming out in the months of September and October, there's no way I can cover them all. It's just not possible. So what we're going to have to do is kind of vote on what's the higher priority games coming out at that time frame, which are the ones you absolutely want to see me cover on release, and what ones can wait and maybe be covered at a later date in slower months like maybe like December, right? So we're going to talk about that, okay? By the way, Sean D in chat just said, a whole day is going to be needed for Final Fantasy 16. The prologue itself is 2 hours. The combat gets going at the end of that 2 hours. It is feeling like a great game, but it sounds like it's going to take a lot of time investment to get into it. Fair enough. Then I guess we'll probably do it all day long. How about that? Cool. Okay, so DSP's DSP. We'll sit down, we'll go through the gaming schedule, we'll figure out exactly what's going on, all right, in the game's landscape. But also, there's much more going on this day. This is July 2nd. Mark your calendars. Be here or be square. That's a really old saying. Not only are we going to do a schedule update, but we're going to be doing some Street Fighter 6 gameplay. Maybe you guys will vote on the characters you want to see me use in Street Fighter 6 that day out of the ones that I've used up to that point. That'd be kind of neat. In addition, I'm also going to be doing a tier maker event. It's going to be food related. I'm thinking maybe we can look at American fare food and rank American foods. Can you imagine a grilled cheese versus meatloaf, right? Or a cheeseburger versus good old fashioned macaroni.
Burger?
Do you get meatloaf at a fair?
I don't know. Never been to it, but all I fucking heard was burger. Burger.
Burger.
Yeah, burger. I mean, American foods. I mean, what does that fucking mean, really? Do you mean like a fucking burger, like a cheeseburger? Or do you fucking mean like, you know, deep fried corn dogs or some pish, you know, like, you know?
Yeah, that's what I find it mean like fried dough, which is of course not American. Like corn dogs, pie. What else would you get at a good freaking fair? Candied apples, stuff like that.
If you can deep fry it and put
burgers, hot dogs, fries.
if you can deep fry it and put it on a stick, it's American.
I'd even count poutine, even though that's freaking Canadian.
Yeah, it's a Canadian speciality, of course. Probably. I mean, technically, you know, like you probably say things like pizza, like New York style pizza. Obviously, that was original pizza. Original pizza is Italian, naturally, but obviously the American have their own kind of, you know, like they're taking it like New York style pizza and Chicago style pizza and all that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different unique American takes on other people's cuisines, I guess. So, I don't know. Hot dogs, of course. Hot dogs.
Mango ice cream. Shut up. We'd want to mention that or cream pies, and then we got Derek in here.
Mango fucking ice cream. Never forget.
Macaroni and cheese, or maybe delicious southern gumbo from Louisiana.
Macaroni? Is that not just Italian macaroni?
Yeah, I was gonna say macaroni and cheese is freaking as Italian as can be, Mr. Italian Polish guy over here.
Why the fuck is he trying to fucking claim it for the fucking Yankees then? What the fuck's that all about?
Yeah, deep fried Oreos too, definitely profit.
Fucking Phil thinks, oh, Americans added bacon bits to fucking macaroni. It's ours now.
A grilled cheese versus meatloaf. right? Or a cheeseburger versus good old-fashioned macaroni and cheese, or maybe delicious southern gumbo from Louisiana against American-style fried chicken, right? This is interesting. Remember, imagine ranking all those foods against each other. That could be pretty neat. I think we want to do that. Would be a neat one for that day. So, oh man, I was just thinking of all the barbecue food that's notable in America. Oh my God, every kind of barbecue meat, barbecue ribs, barbecue brisket, barbecue. Oh, oh. Okay, anyway, so that's gonna be something we're gonna do during that event. In addition, my wife is going to be making several recipes during that day of American fair food.
There you go. There's your fucking recommendation there. The wife being fucking put to work making food.
Hey, that's cool. Could she appear on screen and maybe show off the food, or maybe record herself cooking it?
No.
Thanks, Phil.
There's no camera wide enough to fucking fit the mass of her ass on screen. I'm sorry.
Which will be
Hey, there's an
live
IMAX
on
widescreen,
show
is this?
as mini taste tests. So basically mini versions of like Feasting with Phil. So that's going to be fun. And there'll be some booze, like I usually do for these marathons. I'll have some booze around, and if we get a big contribution, I'll probably take a shot or something like that. We'll see.
Former
But there's a lot of
alcoholic,
potential for a good
apparently.
variety of stuff to happen during the show. It's going to be a fun marathon event. Again, mark your calendars, Sunday, July 2nd. A lot of stuff's going to go down during the show. It's going to be a great one, okay? And so after that, basically, we'll have an idea of the gaming landscape and what exactly is coming out when, and we'll be able to determine, what's going on for the next several months of gaming, and we'll go from there, okay? I hope that all sounds good to everyone. That's pretty much the plan that I'm going with. Now, we have some shout-outs, a lot of shout-outs to do this morning that I'd like to do now, and then after we get through shout-outs, we'll likely open it up to Q&A, see what you guys want to talk about. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. There's various different news things going on. I'd rather just leave it open to what you guys want to talk about this morning, okay? Let's get to shout-outs. First of all, on the YouTube side of things, DZ8 was our first contributor. He gifted a membership, and it went to, I don't know who it went to because my thing glitched. If I reload, will it show? It just says he gifted a membership, but it won't show me who it went to. No. So sadly, DZ8, thank you, but I can't say who it went to. I can't see who got it. Congrats to whoever got it. Be sure to thank DZ, and thank you, DZ, for your support of the DSP gaming community. In the last few days, we went up a bunch of memberships, and then we went back down. I think what happened is some gifted memberships from last month expired, and more came to replace, and then expired again. We'll likely have a good amount of viewers today for Street Fighter, so maybe you'd like to consider getting some memberships today if you'd like to support the channel.
By the way, there's going to be plenty more expiring very fucking soon. You want to see the big drop-off coming up very soon? Thanks to Pizza Pieces Tracker.
Oh, it's so good.
83 members are going to be fucking lost on the 16th. He's going to lose like 3 tomorrow randomly. But then,
It's okay. We're gonna get the re-debut of Emil H very soon, aren't we?
yeah, but yeah, look at the fucking 83. That's the big massive drop off coming up. And then a week later, 66. He has been getting like generally decent, consistent support for members as this month was going on. But yeah, he has he's going to lose some more for sure. He's going to fucking probably drop down, I imagine, to below 700. That's my estimation. But we'll see how well his OIC fucking and his many stock accounts can keep Phil's members afloat.
Channel might be a good way to do it, okay? Kyle Sandman did a super chat, 2 euros? Or is it £2? £2. I'm loving Street Fighter 6. Who's your favorite character so far? Man. Let's see. Let me put it this way.
I like how he fucking has to get the wee fucking thing up again, like the board. To fucking look at them all. Who's your
That's
favourite?
dumb.
And he's using the stats
Who's
to
my-
fucking dictate that.
I don't know. You fucking look. That's what he's basically saying.
Jesus Christ. Who's your favourite? Is your favourite Jamie?
Jamie right now, yes.
Yeah, Raven.
Oh, is
I've seen Raven stream as well, and he really likes Jamie as well as a character. So apparently he's a very fun character to use. And DJ, I've heard
Jamie. Go ahead.
I've heard very good things about DJ. Like he's like a very hard character to master, but apparently it's worth it if you can figure him out. It is definitely worth it.
I also like Manon
Manon.
and Manon. Because I'm slowly learning her style with the. She has like a lot of like. She uses best way to explain it, legs. It's just legs, just like kicking you, diving underneath you. Manao. Yeah. And with her throws and everything, they're just easily, you can punish them, and her super is just one dash that does a lot of damage if done correctly.
Nice. I really might fucking look into playing the game. I'm not really played fighting games, in a long time. Like, the last fighting game I played was Tekken Tag Tournament.
For the PS2.
Yes, that's it. That's how far back I fucking go with that shit. Yeah, so I mean, I don't mind watching them, but I just don't think. I mean, it's just the whole idea of trying to fucking learn them. Like there's so much.
You
to
like
take
World
on.
War mode at least.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but it's just The whole concept of trying to take all that information in and try and learn it all it's always putting me off, you know, because there's so many different combinations and all that shit, you know.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Cody Taylor for the super chat. It says, I've been sober for a while, and there's no such thing as being an alcoholic and casually drinking. It's what makes him the biggest piece of shit to me. You're right, you're absolutely fucking right. Like,
1000%. It pisses me off. It's the first thing you learn in AA is like that you're never going to not be an alcoholic.
Exactly.
No matter what it is, no matter what drugs are going on. It's like...
You're right, I was going to say you're absolutely fucking right, you're absolutely fucking right. I could share personal fucking stories with fucking family. I think a lot of us sadly will know people. They might be family, they might be friends, they might be fucking friends or neighbours, whatever, you know, like that kind of way, but we might know somebody that's gone through an alcohol problem. You know, and a famous example I can think of, a fellow Scotsman to me, he used to host a late night show on TV in America, Craig Ferguson, and he has discussed his own problems with dealing with alcohol and how he didn't kill himself one day in Christmas because alcohol saved his life. He stayed for a drink on Christmas Day and he forgot to kill himself that day. Things like that, you know, things like this is very strong. And he's fully aware that he's been sober for like fucking 2 decades or something, but he knows that he can't just fucking have a drink and take a drink.
I remember him going on a 2-week break for the Late Late Show because he said that he needed to go ahead and relax himself and not check himself in, but like talk to people and relax himself because he was getting those urges again.
Exactly, you know. So that's what I'm saying. It's never ending.
Or look at DJ AM, who famous DJ who was making legit a reality show about surviving heroin abuse, and then one day he drops dead because he relapsed.
Jesus, man.
That's why I say you're never not an addict anymore. That's it. It's the same with like even gambling.
So Phil,
gambling.
He has never been an alcoholic. I think we can all agree Phil has never been an alcoholic. We can probably assume that he had a drinking problem in the past where he drank too much. I think a lot of us can probably relate to that sometimes, maybe in our youth, you know, or sometimes when we drank too much or whatever, and did a whole bunch of dumb stuff. But Phil has never been an alcoholic, and to use that as an excuse to fucking not get your arse kicked off people you fucking ran your mouth to.
Well, we can't say 100% he's not an alcoholic because we have not had the curtain reveal too much on his life. It's been revealed a lot, but not all the way. But I seriously think that he does have a problem with drinking. I mean, look at obviously when he started doing his $100 for alcohol, and like a quarter of it was gone already. Yeah, you can't tell me that you don't drink if a quarter of it's gone.
I mean, if we can check out the fucking metrics on the bank leaks, remember the fucking good old bank leaks, and the amount of money that was being spent on alcohol in the space of 18 months, 18-month period between March 2020 to September 2021. Phil spent over $3,000 on alcohol. That is a lot of money to spend on just alcohol.
And that's a short period. That's 18 months.
Exactly. In 18 months, $3,103 alcohol spending. Crazy amount of fucking money. And yeah, is it Phil that has a drinking issue? Is it Kat? Is it both of them?
Regardless, you're fun. Like, do you feel that like anyone that's giving him money right now? Do you feel comfortable with giving him and enabling him for any of this stuff? How can you feel comfortable doing it? The
thing is, the difference between before the bank leaks and after the bank leaks. Before the bank leaks happened, we had ideas and we had theories as to where the fucking money went, but we could not say for sure. And then obviously the bank leaks happened. We learned so much more, and these days we have all this evidence at our disposal. We have all this kind of evidence. You know, you're included. You help provide evidence sometimes with the spending that Phil does in WWE Champions. So we have all this evidence that we're throwing at everyone to fucking consume and take in, and this goes to Phil's fans as well. They can pay attention to the evidence as well. It's out there for all to see. But the ones that choose not to acknowledge the evidence and they still want to give Phil money regardless, just because, I mean, if that's, fools and the money are easily parted, I guess, you know what I mean? If that's what I want to fucking do, despite all the evidence of where that fucking money's going, despite clearly enabling Phil and going down a dangerous fucking route where he's fucking spending money needlessly on fucking addictions, like, you know, it's like fucking gacha gaming, gambling addiction, or even if you want, I mean, if I mean, it could be alcoholic as well. You think it could, might be. So there's a drinking problem there for sure, perhaps.
But by the way, just someone pointed out, like, you know, someone said that, you know, addicts tend to live with each other, and, you know, we don't know if Kat can be an alcoholic. I am not accusing Kat of being an alcoholic, just to say that right away, because we have not seen her drink. We don't know that much about her.
We know fuck all. We know fuck all about Kat, to be fair, yeah. We don't know a huge amount whatsoever, other than the fact that she seems to have fucking ballooned up in size.
Yes. Nick's accusing her, jeez. But I figure I would say that just to disclose that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and we do know that if there are family members that are alcoholics, like freaking Jenna. But besides that, like, everything's scary. Let's get back to talking about Phil talking about his fucking DSP.
Let's get back to the bingo, yeah.
Man. Let's see. Let me put it this way, okay? Who am I doing the best with so far competitively? Arguably, it's probably Marisa.
That was not the question.
Even though you say JP, yeah, but JP was like a day one thing where because he was a ranged character, no one knew how to deal with him. Probably if I picked him now, people
the question was, who do you like
so
playing?
All the characters so far, I've probably done the best competitively with Marisa. But if you want to talk about like just overall like fun factor, I think that Blanca's the most interesting and fun character because I can do mix-ups, I can do juggles, right? Interesting stuff. I need to get better with him. Like, I know a combo where he cancels his level 2 super, but I don't know how to do the super after that that'll combo and do damage. So I need to get better with him and play more with him. But I'm enjoying the Blanca gameplay, I think. And I would also say Lily for now. But the thing is, this could change. Like, as I learn more with Dalsim and stuff, I might like him better. But the thing is, Dalsim's much harder to master. I would say overall fun factor, it's Blanca for me. But I think competitively, I've done the best with Marisa so far. So thank you, Kyle. Our first super chat of the day. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. Thank you, Kyle.
Overnight tip. Overnight.
We have a significant amount of tips to shout out this morning, so I ask that you all be patient because
it's a significant amount of tips, not just a lot. It's a significant amount of tips. So I guess $29.99 from Game Cooker. Let's brace ourselves for it.
And then he tipped me $10 9 times for all the characters I played.
No, but he didn't actually do it yesterday. Yesterday he only gave the $29.99. There was nothing else after that. So yesterday was a rare one. Where they only gave him the one tip, and that was all.
I have a lot of tips to go through. All right, so let's get started with these tips. And the first tip that I have to shout out this morning, let me just make sure, what the hell is that? The first tip I have to shout out this morning was a tip from actually overnight, a $10 tip from Lady Charisma. All right, so thank you to Lady Charisma for $10 tips. Our
nice work.
Like I said, if you guys ever contribute overnight with tips, I count them on the next stream. Okay. And so, Lady Charisma says the following: I'm watching your recap from last night. Right, my recap on the Xbox, Starfield, Ubisoft Forward, and Capcom Showcase event that is now live on DSP Reacts if you want to give it a look. I want to shed some light on why Assassin's Creed Nexus even exists. So, the MetaQuest 2, which was the VR headset that they showed in the Ubisoft Forward showcase, is actually currently the most popular VR headset. It's only selling for $299 US. According to reports, nearly 20 million Quest headsets have been sold, okay? I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I hear shit like that, I don't believe it at all. I just don't. It sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. Where are those reports coming from? The fucking Facebook Meta people? 2 million people own the MetaQuest VR headset. Really? Now, honest question for everyone here on my stream. Right now we have around 350 people on stream. And also we're going to have all the people who are watching on demand. Hundreds, if not more, over time. Honest question. Today is June 14th, 2023. How many of you own a MetaQuest? Okay?
It's a very popular gift for kids because a lot of people will see VR and go, oh, I can go ahead and play VR games. A lot of kids own the MetaQuest from what I've seen.
Apparently Mob Mama in chat owns a Meta headset thing, so there you go. Super Trucker.
So I think this is a bad question. Yeah.
There you go.
And it's a very cheap way. It's a very cheap way to get into VR without having to own a super duper PC.
Just because Phil is very aggressively dismissive of VR as a kind of, what do I say, rival, as a legitimate fucking platform to fucking have gaming media on, he's very angrily dismissive about it, you know what I mean? He doesn't want to take it seriously. He thinks it's some sort of fucking niche thing which is not ready to hang with the other consoles and all that shit, you know, as a legitimate fucking gaming experience. He's very... this is why he's so aggressively dismissive of believing these fucking numbers. He needs to immediately fucking down talk it and criticise and fucking try. Why is he fucking instantly using his own audience as some sort of fucking indicator as to whether the fucking 2 million figure is real or not?
And he needs to shut up about VR. Doesn't he own a PSVR?
He had a PSVR before, yes, and he's used it, and he made his money back from getting it, put it that way.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Robert, for the super chat. It says, Dents can't own anything worthwhile. It's either support Phil or die. Why even ask that question, Phil? That's a good fucking point. The Dent has can't have anything fucking nice because Phil has to fucking get out money for himself because he has bills to pay. But a lot,
I hate to say it, most of them probably can't use VR.
for reasons like, you know, like maybe because it would fucking interfere with a fucking helmet on her head. Yeah,
Yep.
good point. But a lot of people are agreeing how, you know, it's a good, the headset's a good budget price, it's a good introduction to VR. It's so it's one of those kind of things where it's like, yeah, a lot of people are saying good things about it. So let's see if he'll talk trash about it without having any knowledge of it whatsoever.
Okay? Probably none, or almost none, correct? Now, I want you to think of it again. You ready? Honest question. How many people do you know in person, maybe a friend, a family member, who owns a MetaQuest? Okay? So I'm willing to bet, just those two questions, 98% of my viewer base is going to say, no, I don't know anyone, I don't have one. Okay? How do they sell 20 million units exactly if no one has one? Don't you love these fucking statistics? Because it's all bullshit. How much you want to bet that 20 million headsets been sold means 20 million headsets were manufactured and sold wholesale to retailers who are going to sell them eventually. It's not a consumer actually went and bought the fucking headset off the shelf. It's sitting somewhere in inventory hoping someone will eventually buy it, and they consider that as a sale. It's the same thing with the Game Pass bullshit. And listen, I love Xbox Game Pass, but it's got to be called out here. Just because someone has Game Pass and downloads a game doesn't mean they bought it. But they count it as a sale. That's not a sale. No one actively said, I will spend to play. That's a purchase. A purchase is not a download. It's an actual spending of something. But they count downloads on Game Pass as a sale when it's not. It's the same thing with this bullshit. No, there was not 20 million fucking MetaQuest 2 sold. There's not 20 million people who have it in their house. Who the fuck has this thing? Do you know a single person? No. Almost no one can say yes. It's bullshit. They're absolutely positively messing with the numbers to make people sound like this thing is big. The truth is that Meta, or Facebook, is on a massive decline. Take a look at their actual financials. They're going like this. This company is tanking. Facebook has lost prominence, which is why they rebranded as Meta, and Meta is failing. This is not a company that is successful. It's successful because Facebook was so big, and they made so much money at the time that they're a big, giant conglomerate, but everything that they're trying to do in the modern era is failing. Okay? So enough with this bullshit. Oh yeah, there's 20 million MetaQuests out there. Yeah, they're fucking sitting around collecting dust. No one fucking has this thing. Okay? So let's just get that clear. I don't care about the bullshit numbers they like to pull out of their ass, these PR people and marketing people. Oh, we sold 20 million. Yeah, it's fucking sitting on a shelf, a fucking Walmart shelf in a warehouse in fucking Toledo, and no one's buying it. It's just sitting there and it's gonna collect dust. Now,
So much anger and toxicity from Phil over fucking headsets. Like, big fuck, just fucking let people fucking enjoy what they want to fucking enjoy, for fuck's sake.
Exactly.
continuing on. With the VR port of Resident Evil 4 becoming the fastest selling game on the MetaQuest, that I would believe, that I absolutely would believe, it's probably the only game people are playing on the damn thing, honestly. It makes sense that Ubisoft is going to try to cash in, but I do think that this game is going to reek of like a 2018 VR game, but if Ubisoft does well, it could lead to more AAA devs looking into the medium and innovating with it. With you saying only rich players can play, I want to keep the view of someone deep into the VR side of gaming. All right, fair enough. I'll admit, I was completely uneducated. It doesn't sound like the MetaQuest is expensive. It sounds like this is the low-end one. This is the low-end VR device, correct? If you want to get into VR and you don't want to fucking take out a mortgage in order to afford it, this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to get the MetaQuest Pro or MetaQuest 2 or whatever the hell it's called. So fair enough, I was uneducated on that front. I thought that it was a more expensive headset. Now, I think you have this mixed up with MetaQuest Pro. That's a high-end version that's overkill for VR gaming. With each passing year, VR is getting more accessible. It can lead to big innovations in the gaming world. It's never going to replace flat-screen gaming, but it's a nice alternative. Thank you for taking the time to read this. The thing that gets me about VR is, did you actually see in the Ubisoft Forward event? I'll be honest, I actually thought it was a very accurate representation of how VR is. It showed a guy by himself in a huge living room with nothing around him to hinder his gameplay playing Assassin's Creed VR. Or what's it called? Assassin's Creed, Nexus, I think was the name of it. So just think about that. If I want to play VR, get the fuck out of my house. because I can't have any distractions. We can't have anything in the way. We can't have anything to accidentally track. You can't even be in the room watching me play VR. I want you on the other side of my house, locked away in a closet, so I can play VR in my living room and I don't get anything interrupting my gameplay experience. Because if you're even remotely near the fucking thing, it's going to malfunction, right? And I need a giant room. In fact, I'm going to rent out a
Phil,
concert
you're
hall to
locked
play
in a
VR,
room for
so I
your
have the
business
biggest
to go ahead and try to earn money, and you're saying that, you know, other people should be, you know, shooing people away. Phil, you can't even shoo anybody away because no one is in your house besides cat and your cat, and that's it.
Yeah, this fucking hermit is fucking talking about other fucking people interfering with his fucking VR experience. It's just Jasper, essentially, he's got to fucking worry about.
Yeah, and the DoorDash person doesn't even freaking enter your freaking porch to go ahead and put the food away.
Jesus fucking Christ, just get the fuck... What a fucking stupid fucking argument, Phil.
amount of surface space that I can use and track it properly. Like, that's VR. In a nutshell, it's ridiculous that all these, remember the fucking Kinect? Oh my God. And now VR, these VR devices, that's not gaming. Gaming is you come home from school or work and you want to escape from this reality. And you want to just sit down and relax and unwind with a game that has some entertainment value. And whether that means it's difficulty, whether that means that it's just chill vibes, whether that means it's a good narrative or a grindy style of gameplay that's addictive, whatever it's an online experience where you team up with a bunch of your buddies and you have a fun social experience, whatever that may be, it's supposed to be your home. Man, I'm exhausted. What a day I had, honey. I just want to come home and sit down and plop and say, oh, it's time to relax with some video games. Here we go. It's not supposed to be, oh, I want to come home and play some video games. Clear the fucking house. Here we go. Let me get this giant intrusive fucking Geordie visor on from fucking Star Trek The Next Generation, get on my eyes, and now I got to get fucking 400 peripherals taped to my body and get these motion controls and clear the vases out of the room just in case I got a little bit more stuff. And here we go. I'm going to play some fucking video games today.
Thumbnail.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself. I was just trying to think what's the right frame.
Let me get this giant intrusive fucking Geordie visor.
So hold on, what is the best frame here? Which thumbnail is thumbnail best?
I want to be in Roots. I was never in Roots.
Could I hold on. That guy showed off his teeth as well, kinda.
Dude, Phil, that was around your neck and you just put it in your eyes. You know, you don't wash it.
Jesus.
It's been there for like a year.
I think I found my thumbnail. Hold on, let's go full screen. Yeah, let's see how well this turns out. So, fingers crossed, this will turn out quite robust. And here we go, and that's worked out quite well for the most part.
Mustachio's right. Literally nothing he said about VR is true.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Next Generation, get on my eyes, and now I gotta get fucking 400 peripherals taped to my body and get these motion controls and clear the vases out of the room just in case I get a little bit worked up. And here we go, I'm gonna play some fucking video games today now, motherfucker. It's like, no, that's not gaming. That's a fucking science experiment. You do that in a lab somewhere. You don't fucking do that at home and enjoy it. It's stupid. I had VR, and the gimmick died out for me. Within like 2 months, I was like, this is stupid. I'm getting sick to my stomach. My face is sweating profusely. I can't even talk with my stream when I play this game. I'm trying to play it, and it's not reacting properly because I don't have a giant fucking warehouse I'm doing it in. This is stupid shit.
Among Us VR.
Okay? One day, perhaps
All I gotta say.
VR will be a prominent kind of gaming. Here we are over 10 years into all the mainstream gaming media claiming that VR would change the future, and it's still a tiny little niche thing. So, we ain't there. All right? Thank you for the tip. Thank you for educating me on the MetaQuest, because I did not know that, and I appreciate you calling me out when I'm wrong on stuff. But I don't think anyone's going to dispute the fact that VR is absolutely, positively, a tiny little piece of the gaming space at this point, right? Okay. Let's continue. Okay, the next tip is a $3 tip. This was also an overnight tip. Huh? So I got a $3 tip again from Lady Charisma. It says, please disregard whatever warm soup I gave you in your last tip. I had a bit too much to drink when celebrating my anniversary, and I'm paying for it in the morning. Your tip was incredibly intelligent and incredibly well-worded and actually taught me something. You have nothing to apologize for. In fact, your tip was more well-worded than most tips I get. In fact, you know what? Why don't you drink more often?
Yes, because most of the words you get is it time go.
He's encouraging that tipper to drink more often.
Former alcoholic.
Mm-hmm. Again, it's like, so the person tipped again, apparently just to fucking apologise for the last tip. Because, you know, that
oh my God.
That $10 tip was under influence of alcohol, and I think they were worried they were going to come across as being rude. Holy fuck.
Freaking, he's being an Andy Dick right now, which is, I know it's, when, Andy Dick, basically killed Phil Hartman because, Phil Hartman's wife was a recovering drug addict, and Andy Dick gave her drugs. It's like, no, you can take more drugs, it's okay, you'll be fine, you can have a little bit this time. You can drink a little bit, it's fine. And then that night, she killed Phil Hartman.
Jesus Christ, man.
So I got a $3 tip again from Lady Charisma. It says, please disregard whatever word soup I gave you in your last tip. I had a bit too much to drink when celebrating my anniversary, and I'm paying for it in the morning. Your tip was incredibly intelligent and incredibly well worded, and actually taught me something. You have nothing to apologize for. In fact, your tip was more well worded than most tips I get. In fact, you know what? Why don't you drink more often and tip me? Because that was a really good tip, and I got a lot out of it. There you go. I'm advising you to get drunk more. Okay, that was good. Thank you for the $3 tip, Lady Charisma. All right, no need to apologize there. Very good. Okay, then we have a tip, a $29.99 tip.
There it is. There it is.
Hey, thank you, Noah.
And can you take a wild guess who this tip could be from? Well, you're absolutely wrong. It's from guys named Joe Splamoni from Hoboken, New Jersey. I'm just kidding. That would have doxed him anyway. This is from Game Trekker, and it's a $29.99 tip, but as usual, I count it as a 30. Because he wanted to see that Street Fighter animation. So I'll give him the penny. I'll front him the penny. Okay? Excuse me.
You can pay me back later. It is.
So thank you, Game Trekker. By the way, no, Joe Splamoni's not a real person. If someone's that dumb, I made it up. Okay, so Game Trekker says the following. Wow, World Tour mode actually looks super fun. I never found that Yakuza games to be my cup of tea in the slightest. So hearing that World Tour would be compared to them so much made me feel wary. But you know, I gotta say, watching you play it made me feel that I actually want to do so myself. Hold on, here we go. Perhaps I will someday, but I have too many games I'm playing right now already. Anyway, unsurprisingly, I do have some tips regarding World Tour, but I'm going to save them for the next time we play.
He's been tipping this entire time and giving him advice on the game, despite the fact that he doesn't fucking own the
I'm almost
game.
thinking maybe that's not the right week to do it. Or maybe it is. We'll think about it.
Is that true?
He just said that. He said I got too many games on my hands.
Hold on, sorry, I'll just kind of catch again. I had to fucking pick something up, sorry. Wait, no, no, I need just to catch again.
He's not a real person. If someone's that dumb, I made it up. Okay, so Game Trekker says the following. Wow, World Tour mode actually looks super fun. I never found that Yakuza games to be my cup of tea in the slightest. So hearing that World Tour would be compared to them so much made me feel wary. But you know, I gotta say, watching you play it made me feel that I actually want to do so myself. Hold on, here we go. Perhaps I will someday, but I have too many games I'm playing right now already. Anyway, unsurprisingly, I...
Holy crap.
Oh wait, no, that's just World Tour.
Oh, World Tour mode, okay.
Scratch that. Okay, but I think regardless, like, you're telling me that you're not even really, like, you're tipping this much money and you're not even being that severe in the game. It's still pretty sad.
Okay, anyway. Game Trekker, continue.
I do have some tips regarding World Tour, but I'm going to save them for the next stream when you play it. Fair enough. When will I be playing it next? I don't know. Maybe next week sometime. See, next week is a shorter week. It's only a 5-day streaming week for me. So I'm almost thinking maybe that's not the right week to do it. Or maybe it is. We'll think about it. People seem to think that World Tour was passable for a chill stream. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. I know right now people are really craving online play, so that's what I'm giving them. So thank you, Game Trekker. I appreciate that. And we'll see as we move forward, you know, what happens there further. Okay. Then I received a $6 tip from Game Trekker. So now we're at $49 in tips. There we go.
Okay, you guys have liked the stream enough to earn us a free space, so we have got one free space. Thanks to you guys liking the stream, 100 likes has been earned. So not only do we have a free space, you get to see the Bubbles animation that Pixar Animations so very kindly made for us all whenever we hit 100 likes. So without further ado, here you go.
If you keep doing this thing or not, it's not actually an apology.
You have no respect for people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead.
Oh, yo, that smells really, really good. I love it.
It never fails. That animation never fails to amuse. And I want to stress the point. That was all entirely from Pixar Animations' imagination. I never requested that specific thing. That was all him and his bizarre, warped, twisted, sick, perverted little mind. Love him, I love the guy, but yeah, but that was all him and his fucking genius.
Okay, thank you, Game Trekker. And Game Trekker said the following. Let's talk about Minot. This character really confused me when I first saw her gameplay. She has long legs and such mediocre pokes. I also don't believe she has a single move that has frame advantage on block, not counting jump-ins and drive views. Exactly, that's what I was finding. Is that she has all these target combos and all these setups, but none of them give her advantage. So every time she does one, everyone just mashes jab through. And I was like, what am I supposed to be doing here, right?
No, low kick
In order to create
spin has
offensive rhythms, you have
advantage.
to rely on a move that makes her zoom forward with either a double sweep, double kick, or an overhead kick, only the last which is safe and only if properly spaced. Yeah, Zangief has to guess over and over to get in, but Minot's approach feels so much more finicky, yet she's still clearly a good character. Anyway, I do have one tip for playing her, something that I see ranked Manon players doing very consistently is her overdrive anti-air, which is her 2-hit kick, into her hit grab. I'm guessing it's the low punch or light punch hit grab since that's the fastest non-overdrive version. It's a big deal. It means she can convert any anti-air into increasing her metal level. Fair enough. See, I was doing the anti-air into the double kicks because that hits from like almost anywhere on the screen. I think if you want to convert into the grab, you have to be a certain distance, and I wasn't good enough to do that. That's actually good advice though, because you're right. Any anti-air, you immediately increase your throw level. That can make sense. Yeah, but no, that's what we were discovering. Like I said, after I played with Minot on Sunday, I ended up getting the feedback from my viewers. So someone actually left a big comment saying, yeah, Minot literally is 100% an unsafe character with no good setup. It's all about dash cancel. The only way she...
Oh, hold on a second, hold on. Let me rewind that.
After I played with Minot on Sunday, I ended up getting the feedback from my viewers. So someone actually left a big comment saying, yeah, Minot literally is 100% an
Literally. Phil said literally, we have a fucking bingo. I had a feeling fucking to that, man. There we go. Our first bingo of the game, finally. Finally get to fucking play the MLG fucking horns. We have our first bingo of the goddamn fucking game. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away. Technically, we are 6 away from a full house because you guys have given us a free space thanks to liking the stream. So thank you again once again. So we're only 6 away technically from a full house.
Unsafe character with no good setups. It's all about dash cancel. The only way she has any advantage is dash cancel. So you have to basically learn the character, then immediately lab with her to learn the dash cancel setups that give her the advantage for mix-ups. Without that, you're boned. So there you go. Okay, continuing on. I got another $6 tip from Game Tracker. It's a $6 tip from Game Tracker. Thank you so much, Game Tracker, for all of your support of Street Fighter 6 as usual. With that tip, we have pushed ourselves to the Gunner Glasses goal already before we even started, which is absolutely excellent. So thank you very, very, thank you very, very much for that. Wait a minute. We're at... No. We should be at 55 with that $6 tip. 55. I can't do any math today. Apologies. Anyway. So, he says, now let's talk about Marisa. Quite interesting how well your first session went with her. Maybe all this time you just needed a character with built-in anti-drive impact mechanics. Now, you know, I know it's not that simple, but it certainly seemed to help. I wonder what else it was about her that gelled with you so well. Oppressive normals, perhaps. It's funny. She's the polar opposite of Minot with her abundance of ways to create frame advantage on block. Almost every single one of her heavy normals can be charged to do just that. And those I weren't using. I was using standing roundhouse, but I wasn't charging her heavy normals, which I guess is good for mid-range. Anyways, tips. Number 1, use down and heavy punch with neutral jumping. Okay, see, I didn't know that. That's her good neutral jump move, down and heavy punch. He says, you can only use it during a neutral jump. It has a giant hitbox even hitting behind her. Okay, fair enough. I will use that today because I couldn't figure out what was the good neutral jump attack. Number 2, try using her level 1 super as a reversal. If you hold the button and your opponent hits you during the windup, it gets a different animation and bonus damage. Right, similar to holding the button with her Gladius. So you're saying try as reversals to see what happens. Okay. Number 3, her counter move may be the good answer to neutral jumps when you're cornered. I think it is. Because when people are trying to lock you down in the corner, I call it squaring up. I forget what the game calls it. It's quarter circle back and kick. It puts you into this defensive, like, square up position where it absorbs a hit or two, and then you can counter either with a throw, a smash that leads into a 2-hit combo, or a low kick. And what I found is if I absorb a couple hits, she kind of recovers from it, and then you have an option select. So I like that. It was getting me out of corner situations. I'm going to probably try to use that more often. And then number 4, remember you can hold the button to maintain the counter stance. Correct. And I was using that in the corner. I gotta find better setups for her, but overall I really enjoyed that build. So thank you very much, Game Tracker. All right, and now continuing on, I received a $1.50 tip, and this one actually had come in this morning. Okay. So let's see. A $1.50 tipper, as an anonymous tipper, says, what is your opinion on credit cards? I always associate them with debt and excessive spending. I hear the rewards can be lucrative if you don't carry a balance. You know, here's the thing. There's no actual universal answer to that question because there are a ridiculous amount of different credit cards and different credit options out there. I know for a fact there's credit cards you can get, all right, and you can only have them if you maintain a balance in an account somewhere. So it's a credit card, but you need to have an account.
Anyone listening, don't take any of this fucking advice.
Yeah, Phil Burnell is the absolute last person on the entire fucking planet to fucking take advice about relating to credit cards. So yeah, this is a terrible fucking question to ask him.
And there's credit cards that are essentially credit that you rack up, and there's an interest rate associated with it. Some of them are much better than others. Some of them have introductory rates that are great. Some of them have promotional things like, oh, I transferred a balance from another account to this one, and now I get no interest charged for 6 months and stuff like that, okay? And you're absolutely right. There's certain credit cards that if you have them, you can get benefits. So, for example, if you purchase a certain kind of product, you get a warranty on the product. If you purchase travel tickets, you get some kind of a contingency backup if something gets canceled or whatever. You could get travel miles. If you spend, you know, a certain amount of money on the card, you get points towards a rewards program or a loyalty program, and that can be redeemed on items, on tickets, on different things. But ultimately, they're all reliant on you actually racking up debt on the card. There's no credit card out there that's going to benefit you with any of those things unless you spend money on the card and you owe. And now it's up to you to be responsible to make your payments on time and to make sure that you pay off your entire balance before any kind of promotional rate runs out and they start charging you what's called revolving interest. Interest on a credit card is far worse than interest on anything else. A car loan, a mortgage, anything like that, very different than interest on a credit card. Interest on a credit card can literally kill you. And this is what happened to me. I can tell you from personal experience, this is what happened to me, is when I moved out here 9 years ago, a lot of my move was financed by credit. And my idea was that I was going to take promotional rates on credit cards and shuffle them around for like 4 or 5 years and slowly pay down all the balances on everything until it was all paid off. What ended up happening was within 1 year of me moving out here, so much awful trolling and things happened to my business that my income went from...
You said trolling?
Trolling. It was the troll's fault.
Yeah, there we go.
Guys, it was the troll's fault why I couldn't pay out my fucking debt.
Yeah. Oh my god. One more time, Phil. One more time, Phil. Fucking pass the blame on.
to me is when I moved out here 9 years ago, a lot of my move was financed by credit. And my idea was that I was going to take promotional rates on credit cards and shuffle them around for like 4 or 5 years and slowly pay down all the balances on everything until it was all paid off. What ended up happening was within 1 year of me moving out here, so much awful trolling and things happened to my business that my income went from up here to down here.
Oh, Phil said business as well. That is not a fucking bingo.
Got a couple bingos.
We've got 5 spaces left, but we only need 4, remember, because of the free space. We need 4 of these things to happen.
When my income was essentially halved, I couldn't afford to stick on that plan anymore. So now what happens? Well, I'm just gonna make a minimum payment. That's all I can afford. So what happens? Interest rates skyrocketing, money, owing, incremental interest on everything. It's just insane. What happened? And
You know what the worst part about these? You can call credit card companies and be like, if you're way in debt, they'll be like, hey, what do you have? Oh, I got $250. Okay, if you give me the $250, we can do a payment plan. Just give me another $250 like a month from now, and we'll absolve most of the debt. They do that. Because sometimes in the end, they're so desperate for money,
Exactly.
they'll just take whatever they can get.
They'd rather have some than none. Exactly.
So,
I was making minimum payments on every single debt I owed, and it was like I was borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. You ever heard that term? I'm taking out debt here to pay the debt I owe over here, so they'll stop bothering me, but now they're going to start bothering me because I took out debt over here. You understand? Anyway, with all that going on, all I can say is there's nothing wrong with credit cards, but they are incredibly tempting because when you have one, you think I can spend it all and pay it later. That's really not how it works. You're going to be spending a lot and then some of anything that you spend on a credit card unless you're in some really like unique promotional situation. I don't recommend anyone rack up credit cards. I don't recommend anyone take out a bunch of credit cards. It's just not good. All right. It doesn't matter what anyone says. It's funny because there's services out there that say, oh, you should take out a bunch of cards. It'll help your credit. It's the worst thing you can do. Right. But anyway, I'm not an expert. I'm telling you from my own personal experience.
And spend like a couple of bucks here or there and then pay it off immediately.
Exactly.
Build credit.
So if you're smart with it, it's a good way to build up a credit score.
Like I had a my battery go out in my car. I used the credit card on the battery, and that's paycheck paid it off.
Thank you very much to Prophet for Super Chat, who says, lol, admitting to running a Ponzi scheme? Ha 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 ha. I mean, it kind of
Basically,
pretty much, aye. That's what he's fucking saying.
you're not wrong.
Jesus, man. Like, I mean, full disclosure, I mean, that's one of the things. Some people are just not fucking good at managing money, and I will admit, sometimes I am in that boat myself. Sometimes I do struggle to fucking manage my finances. I think a lot of us can fucking relate to that at times. It's not to the fucking levels that Phil Burnell goes to. I'm not going bankrupt, you know. But at the same time, though, sometimes it can be hard to kind of manage your finances, just because sometimes just fucking things happen. But Phil Burnell is the last person on the entire planet you should be seeking advice from when it comes to fucking money and credit cards.
It's the worst thing you can do, right? But anyway, I'm not an expert. I'm just telling you from my own personal experience. But if you are dead set on selecting a credit card, find one that's going to have benefits you like. You know, like I said, every one is different. Some of them have loyalty programs. If you're a traveler, travels all the time, some of them give you like a ridiculous amount of points on purchase of plane tickets and stuff like that. So it's worth it to look into that stuff, okay? But overall, yeah, credit cards are pretty much the worst debt you can take out. They really are. They're a trap, and they're easy to fall into a trap, but then you can't pay it off, and you could end up screwing yourself over for many years like I did. So I would say be very careful with what you do with your credit, okay? Okay, I received a $2 tip from B-Boy Cyclone. He's like, I can tell you haven't played VR in forever. Most games in VR cannot be played sitting down. You don't need to have a huge room anymore. Same goes with PSVR 2. I've played Resident Evil 8 and Horizon Call of the Mountain on my couch. I don't have a large living room space. I mean, that's good to hear. That's excellent, because they need to have it improve to that point. Remember when I had VR, most of the games I played had issues, right? I had to stand up to play most of them. As I was standing up, it wasn't tracking me properly. It was always having issues. Remember the Batman game where I couldn't even reach things on the screen that I needed to advance? My hand couldn't touch them. And I'm in a room here. It's not even like, oh, I'm in a tiny closet or anything. I was in a room and it wouldn't even track it properly here. But I'm glad to hear that they're making advancements. Thank you for the tip. Let's see here. So Sean D had gifted a membership to Zen Shuriken. Thank you, Sean D, for helping the community out, and congratulations to Zen Shuriken. Be sure to thank Sean for the gift. Qwerty also became a member and re-upped his membership for 2 months. As the source on all of this is Trust Me Bro. So I think that was our VR discussion earlier, okay?
That was a dig at you.
We do have a few minutes left here. If anyone would like to tag me in the chat and ask me a question on anything, it could be anything related. Let's just have a little bit of fun, chill discussion to end our show before we jump back into the competitive world of Street Fighter 6 today, shall we? 672 says, is Jin your favorite Tekken fighter? Jin? You mean Jin Kazama? No, Jin. Who's Jin? Jin is the son of Kazuya, correct? No,
No, Jin is the thing you drink.
No, my favorite Tekken fighters have always been King and Paul, with a little bit of Yoshimitsu and Lei Wulong mixed in there. Okay, Jeremy, I have no idea about move frame options in training mode. We haven't even dabbled in that. Willow, I actually live in the pyramids. If you didn't know, I'm actually broadcasting straight out of the Great Pyramid of Giza right now. I didn't know if you knew that. I miss Kevin Conroy too, Kagome. He's a great voice actor. Thoughts on Starfield? I gave my full thoughts on Starfield in my recap reactions video that I put out last night on DSP Reacts. Go check it out. That's what I'm going to say. We're not going to talk about it here. My Xbox only, do I have a PlayStation? I've got Xbox Series X and PS5 and Switch. So I have all 3 major consoles right now. Yes, Jade, it's Marisa and Zangief today. We'll start with Zangief, see how I do, and then we'll swap to Marisa at some point. Top says Armored Core 6 released gameplay trailer today. Do you have an interest in the game? I don't know because I don't know anything about it. Maybe I'll check out the trailer and then I'll formulate an opinion. CJ, I'm doing pretty good today. Thanks for asking. What's happening in Street Fighter 6 again? Today it is Zangief and Marisa in ranked gameplay. I'm going to split the stream, half Zangief, half Marisa, and try to get better with the characters. Max says, what's the most important part of developing an online community around streaming video games? You know, honestly, for me, it's having a place where people can come and chill and talk and feel like they're not going to be, how can I say, bullied or railroaded into thinking one way or being made fun of. And also, it's the idea that we can all come together and have a relaxing time together and escape the stress of our real lives collectively, right? When you come to the stream, you're not coming to the stream for a bunch of drama. You're not coming to the stream for a bunch of stupid shit. You want to see me play a game, laugh at if I'm doing good or bad, you know, have fun conversation around it. That's what it's all about. That's the community aspect. Before I wanted to formulate a community like this, and it was just about me playing games, it was the Wild West out here. There was always people over trying to cause drama and shit, but over the last several years, that's all gone. You know, I don't tolerate that shit anymore.
Lies.
Who do I want to play with the most out of the characters I haven't played with yet? Asks Meep Mem. Oh man.
That chair is swaying back and forth pretty fast.
Really.
I'm amazed it doesn't fucking fall apart from that fucking rocking, doesn't it? That is one well-built chair.
If you're looking at like the original Street Fighter cast, honestly, like Ryu and Ken are always going to be there for me to go to, and I think I'm interested in them the least. I would say maybe I want to play with Chun-Li and Guile again because Chun-Li seemed like she had really big potential in the beta, but I didn't get to play with her that much. Guile was the strongest character in the beta overall, from what people
Is
said.
that hair on his wrist or is those bruises?
Hair on his what?
Wrists, like near his hands.
Okay,
was the strongest character in the beta overall, from what people said. And now that I'm actually seeing people play.
Okay, let's just go frame by frame and analyze this bad boy.
Yeah. He has a hickey on his neck, it looks like.
The final game, I kind of agree. He seems like insanely good.
No, that's on that side there, I mean. This side of the neck. Can kind of see something in like a wee red bit there.
It's probably different from lack of watch.
Really hard defense to crack. So that might be another character I want to play with.
I'm full screening.
Look at that shit there.
Look at that. Look at the cat nip him right in the neck before leaving.
It might just been him scratching himself like a minute ago or something. He does, anytime he fucking like has a wee scratch, it very easily, clearly shows up. Like, you know, because he's got such like thin skin. Like, literally, he's not only thin-skinned when it comes to insults, he is literally thin-skinned in general. Whenever he fucking touches himself, you can see usually some kind of mark.
Aside of that,
yeah,
like I think like the other characters, like Jury, nah, Kimberly doesn't really interest me. Jamie at this point doesn't really interest me. You know, I'm thinking all the other characters like, nah, I like to learn how to fight against them, but I'm not necessarily looking forward to trying to figure out how to use them. Oh, I absolutely need to play with Cammy. Cammy seems very strong in this one with mix-ups and high combo ability. So I absolutely should try to play with her at some point too. So there you go. Cool shirt, thank you.
Oh, you know where the marks on his wrist might be? If it's not hair, it might be because he places his arcade stick down and he has it like his wrist right on the corners.
Oh yeah, some kind of indentation kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Possible, it's possible. Oh, it's just dirty. I need to go down fucking... I've got my full screen. My full screen has a wee thing here. DSP only showers once a month. He needs a shower stool.
And we know when he showers because he gets that freaking Superman curl in his hair.
Plus it changes his fucking shirt.
You know, I misnamed my video. It's named correctly as of this morning. It was absolutely misnamed last night. And I already explained on this show why. It was because I was clicking to save the settings from the other things in the playlist, and it carried the name over to it, screwed it over. So I had two videos with identical names. I changed the name of it now. So now it should say DSP's Recap Reactions on Xbox, Starfield, Ubisoft Forward, Capcom Showcase 2023. That's what it should say. So. Those are real lives. I hope we'll get more World Tour. I love that portion of Street Fighter 6. I would say eventually we will.
I love how Nino in the chat is going like, wait, he has a shower stool? Yes. But that's not even me being like mean or being like, not Phil, absolutely. I promise you, hand on heart, Phil has a shower stool.
He has two of them and one of them's broken.
Probably because a cat.
But it's just not It's just not the focus of the game. It's meant to be like a side thing. And right now, I know people are craving to see me focus on getting better at the game and play competitively. So that's going to be my focus. Maybe we can squeeze in a stream of it in the next week. We'll see. But again, it's something I'll go back to when we have time. If we didn't have 2 late-night chill stream RPGs of Diablo and Zelda going on right now, I absolutely would be playing World Tour as a late-night stream. But we just don't have time right now because we've already got too many things we're juggling. They all came out at once. Okay. When am I releasing the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough? We already had this discussion. The discussion is, no one seems to agree that I should be releasing those old classic lost media DSP videos to DSP Gaming. That it wouldn't make sense to do that, simply because DSP Gaming is new content, and putting old style content on the channel would flood it and people would be upset. So what we're discussing is a way that I can distribute it and it won't affect this channel. Maybe I could rebrand KO Gaming as DSP Classics or something like that, and then we could have a channel where, you know, I can put out those classic playthroughs. But that's something we're gonna do when there's downtime. There's no downtime right now. We're super busy. I was actually thinking about maybe doing it during the summer months, having a situation where I rebrand the channel, relaunch it, have classic content showing up over there. But right now, it's just not my concern. So, am I worried Street Fighter will lose its luster like Zelda or Diablo? Seems like it's very mainstream right now. Here's the truth. It absolutely will. It absolutely, positively, 100% will lose its luster over time. It's not going to always be white-hot popular. But here's the thing. If the fighting game is good, if people like to see me play it, and I want to stay consistently decent at it, I can do it as 1 or 2 streams a week. We could have Friday night fights. I'm going to maybe have like 1 more night session, do like 2 Street Fighter streams a week where I just dabble with a couple characters, try to maintain, try to get some wins, and that's cool. That's a good way to keep it going. It doesn't always have to be, oh, it's the daytime stream 3-hour session or anything like that. Once I know a character, I could jump in and play them at any time, any amount of time. Right now, the problem is I'm just trying to learn these characters, so I need these longer sessions, you see? So I agree with you. I don't think at all that this game is going to stay as popular as it is right now. Plus, there's other fighting games coming out this year, Mortal Kombat 1, Tekken 8, that are also going to take prominence when those come out. So, but I would like to keep it, you know, going as long as you guys are enjoying it, right? Okay. Why can't I use Dark Side Phil? The original Dark Side Phil channel is so old, and it really just sits there as a repository of my original content. I don't want to change it. I just want it to sit there and be safe. I'm afraid if I do any changes to the original Dark Side Phil channel, I don't want it to go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if I start uploading over there, and all of a sudden, videos get flagged and shit gets fucked up. That channel, it's beautiful because it stands there exactly. It's like Booker just said, it's like a time capsule. It literally is. That's my content from 2008 through the early 2010. It's like 2 years of content. It's the original content I ever made. I like having it separate, okay? I don't want to have it get dabbled or fucked with. I'd like it just to be there and stay there and not be messed up. You understand? So if I'm going to upload new content, I want it to somewhere that's a more active thing and something that I'm going to mess with. I don't want to be messing with the classic thing that's sitting there as a freaking time capsule, you know? Dragon Lord Siddusax, re-up the membership for 4 months as monthly reminder to play Fallout 4 again. We likely will. Once we get more information about a new Fallout game, I'll probably replay Fallout 4. Brad Buxer, re-up the membership for 16 months at the
I just
level.
looked it up, by the way. There is already a YouTube channel called DSP Classics and Classic DSP, and all those handles have been taken. It's going to be really hard for him to rebrand.
He'll figure a way. I don't even think he cares like, that much. It's not a huge priority for him right now. He clearly doesn't really care that much about fucking getting the shit online anytime soon. So I don't think I don't think he's really that fucking bothered about it, to be honest. Like, it'll do it eventually if it's fucking enough downtime, and if he can be fucking bothered to fucking do it. But he clearly doesn't really care that much. He knows it's not going to fucking drag a lot of interest and a lot of money for him. It's going to be something that is going to not really benefit him whatsoever to put effort into it. Because what money is going to get back for all this effort to fucking put the content online again? None whatsoever.
So much. Do you remember which characters you enjoyed the most in Street Fighter 4? Hakan, who I associated you with most. In original vanilla Street Fighter 4, at launch, it was Honda, and then I changed over to Blanca. Then it became Balrog, and then over time, I dabbled out a little bit more with various characters. I'm trying to remember by the end of vanilla Street Fighter 4 who was the character I played with the most. I can't even really say. I got better with Ryu over time. And then with other iterations, I would say with Super Street Fighter 4, it was definitely Hakan and Juri were the two that I really liked the most in Super Street Fighter 4. But then after that, I really didn't play it actively that much anymore, because what happened was I was becoming way more of a prominent content creator on YouTube. People knew me as the big gamer who played the games on release day and everything. I was the variety guy. And so when Street Fighter was coming out, I wasn't necessarily covering it as much. You know, every version of Street Fighter 4, there was Vanilla, there was Super Arcade Edition, right? And then there was like Ultra. So by the time the Arcade Edition came out like 2 years later, I was already so busy in 2011 with all these mainstream game playthroughs. I was traveling, going to conventions. I was working on side projects and things. I wasn't so concerned with just sitting here playing every character in a fighting game anymore. And I remember, I don't think I even really covered Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition that much. If I remember, I didn't like it because I think Fei Long, they had buffed him so much that he hands down became overall insanely safe and just not fun to play against. The game was so unbalanced, they fucked it up. So when that game came out, I really didn't even mess around with it. And then after that, I kind of just barely covered, like Ultra Street Fighter 4, I think I barely touched it all, right? So yeah, I would say only really those were the 2 iterations that I cared about. And yeah, I would say probably at the end there, Hakan was the funniest character that I played with. He was such an oddball character, and I was actually doing really good with it. Oh, let's see here. Marxist Carl to the Super Chat says, weekly reminder for a Catherine Redemption run. No, I already told you guys I'm never playing that game again because I don't like the gameplay of it. Story's pretty interesting. Anime-ish style like Persona's interesting, but I don't like the gameplay. And because of that, I'm not going to play it again.
You should. They did Catherine Remastered.
Oh, yeah. CJ says they balanced Blanca and Sagat in Super Street Fighter 4. Yeah, in Super, basically Sagat's insane overpowered nature from Vanilla was massively balanced, and a lot of people ended up dropping the character because of that. They're like, oh, he's not OP anymore. Let's drop him and go to who's OP now. Okay. No, M. Bison is not currently planned to be in Street Fighter 6 at all. Maybe that'll change in the future with the future DLC, but right now he's not in it and he's not going to be in it. So, am I ever going to make a club in Street Fighter 6? You know, I don't really know what the clubs entail. I don't feel like a club would be beneficial to me anyway right now. And if a club would require any kind of moderation or whatever, I'm not dealing with that. Also, there's the whole fact that I think to be involved with any of the social aspects of Street Fighter 6, you need to have a public-facing Capcom ID. And as you saw, they fucked up the Capcom ID system where if you're public, people could just spam you with friend invites constantly. And there's no way to turn it off unless you block them, in which case now you can't be publicly facing anymore to do anything. So it's almost that I think the Capcom ID system, they fucked it all up. They kind of had a good idea, but they didn't test it to see if it was abusable. It's massively abusable. And therefore, no, I don't think that it's very viable, which is sad, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? So I don't think that a club is really gonna work, unless it's easier to handle than I'm led to believe. Like I said, I don't have time to kind of sit around and do stuff with the club, so. Drew for 3 says, what's a character I hope that will come to Street Fighter 6 that hasn't been announced yet, other than Bison? Yeah, I'd have to think about it, because honestly, for me, I would prefer new characters. I would prefer totally new character designs than, oh, arbitrarily, let's just bring back another character from the Street Fighter franchise and toss them in. You know what I mean? Like, we've done that already. Like, I feel like Street Fighter 4 and 5 both did that. In Street Fighter 4, they brought back all, like, the Third Strike characters. In Street Fighter 5, they brought back a whole bunch of Alpha characters. I'd rather have someone new. That's a whole new character design that's unique and interesting than a return character just for the sake of it. So, there you have it. All right, guys. I think it's time for us to end the show. Great show. Thanks for listening. Thanks for chilling. Thank you for a great week-ending podcast. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thanks to those who obviously supported it. And thanks for a great week overall. I felt like this was a really solid streaming week of great content. I hope that you all had a good time with me. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but when I come back on Friday, I'll get you caught up on everything going on. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Okay, so guys, here's the deal. I have to use the restroom, and I figure I should get this done before we get started with competitive gameplay. It is going to be a few minutes. I am going to take a brief commercial break to do this, and then when I come back, it'll be Zangief first, and then it'll be Marisa second. Like I said, I saw some things with Zangief that I'd like to try. Like his low medium punch seems to be really good for combos. His standing heavy headbutt seems to be really good for mid-range safe move to do over and over. Sometimes it can combo into itself, which is kind of cool. So I'd like to try these things out with Zangief, and then we'll switch to Marisa after. But I gotta use the restroom, all right? So let's take a few minutes break, and I'll be back with Street Fighter 6 ranked online gameplay in just a sec. Thanks for understanding.
Well,
I can't see the hands.
He's going to monetize him.
I couldn't see the hands. I wasn't sure if he prayer hand or not.
I didn't see it happen. No, I didn't see it happen. Right, let's fast forward. Because, yeah, she's actually monetized him, so he's fucking going away for an extended break. I have to ask you this kind of question right in the spot, but any sign of Phil logging into WWE Champions within the last hour or so?
I gotta log in.
No, it's not.
1 second.
I need to fix the stream settings anyway. The whole stream went a bit weird.
They dropped a new contest for Pride Month, so maybe he'll spin for that. Let's see. Boom. No sign really.
Nah, he behaved himself. He withheld from spending the money he's got so far.
Probably not enough. He's not the 22nd. He's still got.
All right, guys. I feel much better.
He has returned. Okay. How long was he fucking gone for? That was a fucking lengthy fucking break. Anyway, but he's back. We still could win bingo. We're in with a fucking chance, okay? We only need 4 of these fucking things to happen.
I'm ready to take on all challengers online. Thank goodness I did that because, man, whew, that would have been bad. But I feel much relief now. And now it is time. Let's boot her up, shall we? Let's boot her up. Actually, I should check here. It's like, whew, man, that was cleansing. Let's put it that way. All right, yeah.
Phil, why does Phil fucking feel a need and desire to talk about a hefty shit? Like, big fucking deal, we had a massive fucking jobby. No one needs to fucking know about your fucking ridiculous bill movements. It's TMI.
Yeah, I actually did receive a contribution, I believe, during the break. I did. I received a $20 tip from 1 Minute Man. Thank you very much, 1 Minute
That's
Man.
really early.
Yeah, that is quite... Yeah, that's bizarrely early, yeah. That's like... I mean... This is round about... This is like 46 months ago. From now. So yeah, this is like, you know... Yeah, that's a very early tip from 1 Minute Man. Fuck me. maybe 1 Minute Man thought had to do it earlier than usual because of PayPal issues.
Streams. I appreciate that every day, man. So consistent. And so that's good because, by the way, the notification came through right away. So we're able to add this to the leaderboard immediately. And start off today with $78 in tips before we have even begun. That is an amazing start. Thank you guys for your support here today. Oh, it updated? It just updated the game, huh?
It's gonna update the game.
Thank you very much for everything so far today. Let's get started now, right? And by the way, guys, please let me know how the volume sounds. I've been playing various different games this week, and the volume's been all over the place. So I want to make sure that you guys can hear the game, but also you can hear me, obviously. Here we go. Has he ever chatted in the stream chat? No. He has chatted with us in the tip messages sometimes. He said he has to leave a special message. What's going on, everyone? How's everyone today? What's up, Big Papa Phil, the Dan Man? How's everyone today? You doing good? Ready for the Geefster? Ready to return to the Geef? See how I can do here? Fighting ground. What's up, Vorkushi? How you doing? All right, let's set this up. I want to play with Zangief first. Where the hell is he? Here he is. Dude, I like his classic costume. It's really good. Character settings. Let's get a nice color. Last time we did the light blue. Maybe we'll do a different color this time. Ooh, orange isn't bad.
I wonder why Phil really likes this fucking thing. Like, when Phil sees this kind of fucking image.
Dude, I like his classic costume. It's really good.
Reminds me of his poles.
Yeah, it's like, it just gets Phil's blood fucking flowing. It just does something in Phil. It stirs up his fucking loins in a way he can't explain. When he sees, like, fucking, it's just, who knows why it fucking stirs something deep within Phil's wee soul. But it just does something for him.
Character settings. Let's get a nice color. Last time we did the light blue. Maybe we'll do a different color this time. Ooh, orange isn't bad. The green is actually very nice. Wow, the dark blue is really nice. He has a series of great colors. Because this is Classic Street Fighter 2, this is Hyper Fighting, this is Super Street Fighter 2, and then this is one that they added in Super Turbo, the blue, and the rest are all like kind of, I think this was in Super Turbo as well. Let's go with the green. Let's go with the green. I'm feeling green, right? Here we are. Now, by the way, we're about to start, but before we start, I want to check on my Battle Pass stuff. Because yesterday as we were playing, we were unlocking, yeah, look, we've already hit rank 6.
What money can I spend?
Yeah. So we got rentals, even though I'm not going to use the rentals. We got, oh my god, look at that, what I got. Look what we just got. That's what I got for my avatar. Oh my god. That's what I effing got. Oh my god, man. A new title, Sea Dweller. I got the Sea Dweller title. I apparently unlocked some music. I got also, yeah, look, I got a skirt. Anything for someone I would want to actually put on my avatar? No, not yet. We're working towards it though, see? So it seems like every day when I play this, I'll unlock more and more. What is the maximum level? Level 20? Well, level 20 for this. And if I keep going here, level 30. Okay.
Thank you very much to Black Mage for the super chat, who says that Phil is turgid right now in those jammy pants. As a wee expression that the Scotch use, he's got a stoner. He's got a stoner down there, he's got a stoner. So yeah, it's fucking wee Phil. Thing is, it's so fucking microscopic, you can't even fucking tell he's fucking sexually aroused by fucking Zangief, but there you fucking go.
Maximum level, level 20. Well, level 20 for this. And if I keep going here, level 30. Okay, but since I'm playing it a lot, likely by the end of what, July 2nd, I think I'll earn it all by July 2nd. I think I'll actually get everything. So
He's not gonna earn it.
These are all Battle Hub things. Kudos. I guess we could do this. Visit Battle Hub one time, have a Battle Hub match. We could do those eventually if we want to get those by the end. But okay, let's do it. Let's matchmake now to rank.
Oh, he's going straight into ranked. I thought we were doing casual to try and
Me too.
get a grasp. Okay, fair enough. He's doing ranked.
There we go. Okay. Let's do this. What's going on, everyone? Here we go. All right, everyone. It's my second.
Okay, he's now recorded future.
Yeah.
That's the end of bingo. That's going to be the end of bingo. Before.
Sorry, so
Let's see how he's doing. Let's see how Phil's doing. It's $78. He's not really doing that well.
You heard it. Got my.
Let's see what happens in this match. Let's watch the end of this wee match.
oh, remember, Manada's the one that he's not liking and everything, and has barely any poke or anything.
Wow.
He missed.
Here we go with bullshit. Can't do anything about any of it. Wall bounce. Nothing I can do.
You see why I like her throws, right?
Oh my, this is a close one. Next hit wins. Next hit wins.
Watch you wake up level 1 super.
Yeah.
Well done, Phil, I guess. That was a
You
shite
see when on
match.
throws though, where like freaking one of them does like a 20% of your damage, and then it increases for each throw you do afterwards,
Yeah.
up to 5. It'd be like almost 33%.
Christ almighty, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Phil is only at $78, so there's not a lot of support coming so far while he's been playing the game. And we're almost fucking an hour behind Phil there, you know what I mean? We had a lot of, speed up just to use up essentially, but it is what it is. Phil's been playing for a while now, and he's still in Zangief, so there you fucking go. TJ, I'm going to wrap things up there, but thank you for joining me, I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem. I had nothing else to do today, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say hi to, and I got the brilliant idea of like, hey, maybe I can drop in.
Yeah, cheers, man. That's it. I went and responded to TJ like fucking like 2 minutes before I was due to go live. I didn't even see this. Like, hey, your idea? Aye, let's fucking do it. Let's do it now. Fuck it. So it's a very, very impromptu kind of thing, but I'm always happy to have guests on as well, you know what I mean? To help join in the fun and miseries at the same time of enduring DSP. But hey, is there anything you want to promote and plug on your end before we vote?
Yeah, sure. So my Twitter is at TJ GameBox. I shit post, and I post a lot of WWE Champions stuff. I do have a Twitch, and I stream once in a great while. I'm not really a fan of Twitch, honestly, but I do like the community that I have right now. So thank you guys so much. My YouTube is at the Level 1 Podcast. If you want to go ahead and follow my YouTube, I'll post some highlights here or there. Besides that, just everything's all good, and shout out to the Google gang, I guess.
There we go. There we fucking go. Right, I'm going to wrap things up myself, guys. I'm going to wrap things up the usual way by playing Notorious PIG contributions made by the excellently talented Pixar Animations. Of course, no bingo tomorrow. Phil is off tomorrow. But there'll be plenty of content to enjoy tomorrow anyway, including that being said, who are, of course, it's like that's kind of one of the main attractions from tomorrow, because they've always got a good show on, you know what I mean? It's always a good time when that being said. So I'll probably see some of you in there if you wish to enjoy some robust, attractive content tomorrow. But I'll be back on Friday, probably, for some more bingo antics. Until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. And enjoy your Thursday as well. Wherever you wish to spend, wherever you want it to be your Thursday as well, enjoy that as well. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for helping us on Bingo Card. Hope you all had a good time. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Thank you for the contributions. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all on Friday for some more bingo fun. But until then, I'm out of here, and so is TJ. Catch you later, guys. Peace out.
Bye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. just gone like that in an instant.